Just in the nick of time, I think.
$220. $240.
Look at that, right at the buzzer. Oh no, Don Gigi. Oh no.
$260.
That was right at the buzzer. Get the replay. Watch. That was in before the buzzer.
$280. $300.
Not late.
$340.
Welcome, Signature Day 2, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
$60.
Yeah, that was absolutely there. That was Kawhi Leonard with the Raptors. Obviously, that's the most important basketball moment to ever take place for me. Being Canadian, Kawhi Leonard hitting that shot with the Raptors is the only basketball moment that exists. Got the Ultra Mango Fiesta here. I can't even crack it.
$440.
Yeah, feel it in your bones, Squeaks. Feel it in your bones. Get moving and grooving, baby. Time to wake up.
$60.
Oh, but welcome in, everybody. Nifty Talks, Big Box Game Shop, Chris Larson, Joe Kane, Malak Machine. That Half-Life is in such rough shape. Oh, it's an 85. Is it really that bad?
Fair warning.
85 shouldn't be that bad. I mean, it's over $2,000. Duke here, VGA 70 to start things off, is pushing up over 500 as well. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 PC games this signature auction. So, not many overall. You propose a great thing, an annual Discord award ceremony. Oh, God. Oh, God. Is that what we need, Rick?
Fair warning.
Mickey Bones, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys had a good workout last night. I didn't get to the gym until like 2 hours after I logged off. First, I laid on the floor for like an hour. Then I ate something. Then I finally dragged my ass there. That was awful.
Warning.
That was awful. Brandon Tucker, Decaps, Hamster. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in.
$550.
The Half-Life. Did it get a live bid there? I didn't see. I feel like it was sitting at 2,340, wasn't it, when I just looked at it? VGA 85 there. Half-Life 1.
Warning.
Very cool game. I don't know if it's early print or not.
$750. $800.
The Tomb Raider Teapot is rad. Teapot was auto-corrected from Trappy. I like Teapot better, Josh. Halo Combat Evolved, Small Box PC, VG85 Plus. Day 2 signature here. We run through the same chronological order, kind of, that we always do at the weeklies. So we go into Atari next, then we go to NES, then we go to Super Nintendo, I believe, Game Boy Advance. You guys get it. Sega, PlayStation, Xbox are going to be at the later half of the auction here. So there's honestly, like, what's in this, Daniel? Everything. Everything. So there are some really high grade stuff still in this auction. Just generally speaking, it's a little less valuable of stuff. Halo there goes for $1,000, 85 plus. Maybe a little bit less grades or a little bit less desirable of titles. Like yesterday was the premium of the premium with the live auctioneer, the best of the best. Today is going to be still, like, this is still way better than a weekly. Everything's higher grades, more desirable, better titles than a weekly, but a little bit less than day one. Jordan versus Bird on the PC here is an 85 plus, selling for $1,320. It's kind of crazy that like any copy of Jordan versus Bird on PC, is this actually like, do people want this, or is this just sports people who are like, oh cool, Jordan versus Bird? Like, I feel like it's just sports people, right? Like, as a video game, this isn't anything, I don't think.
Fair warning.
Tomb Raider 85. Here's the one that's actually, you know. Tomb Raider Trapezoid 85 goes for $1,000. And that brings us into Atari, and we start off with one of these, some people in the Discord were talking about this. These are those Alamogordo dig site games. So this has a certificate of, the game itself is encased in the water case with a certificate of authenticity from Alamogordo dig site. So when they dumped all the games, like, this is one that they dug up. Which is kind of neat. Like, I don't know, what are we pushing to? $456 on this? I don't know how many they did this with, like how many they authenticated and gave the COA to. The number on this one is 09188. They might have done 10,000 pieces.
$420.
I genuinely don't know, but 2014, I guess, is when they dug it up. That's where this is from. Kind of neat.
Fair
Really novel piece. Raise my chair a little bit here.
Fair warning.
Big Box, you won the Tomb Raider. You're going to remove that shitty sticker if you can figure out a safe way to get out of the case. Yeah, what sticker were you guys talking about here? On Tomb Raider, I saw a few of you. Is it just this one you're talking about?
Fair
Like this small... Oh, yeah, okay. Just a little bit. They removed, like, what, 70%? 60% of the sticker there? Maybe not even. Maybe they only removed 40%. That's a pretty shit removal job right there. Not great.
Next
Not
one.
great.
1,000.
Yeah, exactly. Bump that to an 85 plus. That would be the dream there, Supio, on the Tomb Raider. Centipede went for 552. So yeah, like cool novelty piece, but I don't know. They're not cheap. Like, you know, $500 is pretty real, in my opinion there. So I don't know. I'll probably never own one if that's the kind of cost if that's how expensive they are. Ghostbusters on the Atari, 9.6A, highest graded out of just 5 for Ghostbusters on 2600.
Fair warning.
Highest graded they've ever offered.
$500.
We'll see what Ghostbusters does. This popped pretty freaking good on NES yesterday. Josh, you bought the Centipede. Let's go. That's cool. Do you have any of the dig site games already, or is this your first one? There's a Pac-Man dig site coming up too in just a bit. Ghostbusters 1740 for the Atari version there. Into Home Run 9.6 with a glue tab up top, or a glue lid. There's no factory seal on it, but it is unopened.
$420.
Second time offering one, 9.6 being the highest grade, I think.
$440.
We'll see what Home Run does.
$550. $600.
Game Gallery, you won the Jordan versus Bird. Nice. Yeah, there you guys are already winning stuff in the chat. That's how you know it's a better day. our little chat here can pick up some wins. We're only like we're 8 games in and we already have multiple winners in the chat. Day 2, like in my opinion, for actual buying and like doing this, day 2 is much more fun. More normal people can participate, you know what I mean? Yo, Marco! From Deutschland. Du bist cool. I'm not 100% sure what you're saying, but I think you were German. I put that much together. Welcome in, Marco. That Pac-Man's going for 4 figures? I think you're right, actually. Like, I think some of these, like, someone said they want... that was Mario Bros. Here, sorry. 1983, 8.0A. The early print of Mario Bros. On Atari, going for 3,000 still. 3,000 still on the 8.0A. The green item over here is mine, Rick. This is my only game today in the auction. 9.4A plus Alpha Mission.
$85. $280.
He-Man goes for 1,260, 9.0A plus into Minor 2049 or 9.2A plus plus. The Home Run sold for almost $1,000 too, 840 there. Jeez, some solid ass Atari today, hey?
$360.
You're back in bidding next week, probably. Did I have fun in Discord? Oh yeah, Tim, I absolutely love it. Nothing better than getting off of a 4-hour stream yesterday to pop into the Discord with 400 fucking messages. That's fantastic.
$400.
Absolutely fantastic, Tim. Absolutely. If you guys aren't in the Discord, join the Discord. Always a fun time, I promise. You submitted Mint Indie Box Hollow Knights for PC, and the highest you got was an 85. They are mint. You're so bitter. Damn, dude. That's the VGA. Did you look them over after you got them back? Not that I think VGA damaged them, but like when you send big box stuff in the mail, it's more prone to damage. I would just look them over and, you know, maybe see if you can see anything that might have changed. That sucks, man. It's always tough. Minor 2049er goes for $500. Yeah, here's Pac-Man from the dig site as well. So Pac-Man and E.T. are probably the two The two biggest games, like E.T. is the #1 dig site game you can own.
$60.
Of course, right? Everyone would want to dig site E.T. That's just a really good conversation piece. But I think Pac-Man's pretty darn good too.
$550.
The one that Josh bought earlier there was Centipede, I believe. Yeah, he got Centipede, but it's pretty intact, which is nice.
$700.
This Pac-Man is much more, much more landfill,
$800.
much more deteriorated, much more eaten. Oh, why E.T.? Got to make a video on the dig site? There's a whole documentary, Daniel, if you're talking about the dig site stuff. I don't know what the documentary is called now.
Next lot.
Atari Game Over. Is that what it is? I think it was in the description there. I think it's called Atari Game Over. And you can watch an entire, like, a much better produced video on it than I could ever make. Pele's Soccer is an 8.0. Second early production copy they've offered. 8.0 is some typical... I'll throw a bit at Pele. I'll throw one more bit at Pele. You guys know that I'm a sports speculator.
You've been outbid.
8.0 here on Pele's Soccer early print. Looking for 720 now. Jeez. I am not going to be bidding again. Getting up to $1,000 here. Pac-Man went for a grand. Foops. It just cracked 1,000. Barely cracked 1,000 on Pac-Man, but you got it with the 4 figures. $1,020. The Gaming Historian also has a good video on it. Yes. Yeah. Go watch one of their videos. The Atari dig site story deserves a big video like that. So, yeah, watch one of the videos. They're really good. Gaming Historian or Atari Game Over. I could never do the story justice, to be quite honest.
$750.
I heard WADA is better than CGC now. Is that true?
Yeah, HC, you heard the recent swap. Yeah, everyone's back on Team WADA now. Yeah, we're all back to WADA. Exactly.
Next lot.
Thank you for the $1.99 there, HC.
$40.
Pele ended up getting pushed up to 840, and I am just curious here to see what the comp was on it. Man, look at that, hey. The later box versions, I think those are. Yeah, the later version, 8.0, was $2,600 back in June last year. Today, you can get the early print 8.0 for $840. Kind of wild. Do I have Gamerstonks open yet? I do not. I need to open up Gamerstonks here.
$480.
There we go. Of course, comps courtesy of Gamerstonks.com tonight. Get all of the prices across major auction houses. Really helpful to use Gamerstonks.com. Makes my life a lot easier, so. Shout out to Tim for that.
$700.
Now we're good. Whoops, there. Star Wars Jedi Arena is a 9.8 A++. Almost finishing off here with the Atari stuff. All right, that is...
Fair warning.
Yeah, well, we have a factory case of 6 asteroids, and then we're done with Atari into NES. They're super sharp and the cellophane's perfect. You think VGA is all over the place with PC games? I haven't submitted a bunch of big box stuff myself to really have a good opinion, Malak.
$280. $300.
Submitting big box stuff is just so freaking expensive.
$20.
This is an awesome one. Can't blame you for shooting the goal on Pele. Yeah, Pele is just cool.
Fair warning.
I just feel like Pele is a very safe soccer icon to purchase.
Lot.
If you're going to purchase a soccer player, like Pele is pretty freaking safe in my opinion.
$380. $400. $500.
Yeah, it says first endorsed game by an athlete on the Pele. So that's something going for it, I guess. Jedi Arena there went for $900 into Adventure Island 2 to kick off NES. Welcome to NES, everybody. We are in for another 200 games across all consoles today. Probably 2.5 hours, 3 hours. You keep forgetting this is the Budget the Games Discord crew.
Fair warning.
This is Supyo. This is the budget auction, man. This is where everyone comes out to play.
$240.
$900 for Adventure Island 2. Yeah, here's my only game today. Alpha Mission 9.4A+. There's only 5 on the pop report. I believe this is the
Can
second
you buy
highest.
something
Yeah, second
today
highest
for our
copy here.
entertainment, please? And is it me, but prices seem to have stabilized, and yesterday's auction was decent compared to recent SIGs?
$1,100.
Alpha mission here. Pushing. Thank. This is perfect. This is great. My hope for Alpha mission was $1,000. We're looking for 1,320 right now. Don't be shy. Might as well keep bidding. Why not? Beautiful copy of Alpha mission. Everyone loves Alpha mission. Early silver box SNK. What more could you ask for? But it's awesome to see that. I mean, it's almost pushing 1,680. Pop 5 only. Pop 5, incredibly rare. I would bid again. If I was looking at this right now, I would bid again on Alpha mission. When are you ever going to have another chance? You might not. You know what I mean?
Next lot.
Yeah, that's awesome, though. That is awesome. $1,560.
$650.
Fantastic. Put that together with yesterday's item, and I'm really happy with the 2 games, to be honest. Put that together with yesterday's, and I'm happy.
Fair warning.
Sup, yo, you won the Alpha mission. Let's go, dude. Let's go.
Next lot.
Arch Rivals there, 9.8 went for 900. Here's Arkanoid, 85 plus, factory sealed. And 8C there. Can I buy something today for entertainment?
$600.
Prices have stabilized. Yesterday's auction was decent compared to the recent SIGs. Man, 8C. And I'm gonna, it's just something we need to talk to here. You're doing good work. You really enjoy watching the videos here in Leipzig, Germany. Stay the way you are. Greetings. Have a nice weekend, everyone here. Wrote with Google Translate. I appreciate you, Marco. I appreciate you big time, man. And welcome in, Carl. Yeah, no, 8C. And I want to ask everyone this, like, how you guys feel now, right? We had like 24 hours to digest. 24 hours to digest everything. I think yesterday's auction was like...
Fair warning.
One of the least, how can I put it? Like, you used the word stable. I think that's probably a good way to do it. It felt like one of the most stable, non-kind of crashing kind of auctions in a long time. Prices were pretty freaking good. There was some stuff that for sure, right? Every auction you're going to be able to get some deals, but... no part of it felt like you were just gonna... Like, if you wanted one of the really good games in that auction, you were still going to be pushing. You were pushing into the multiple thousands, or you were pushing into the tens of thousands. Like, for a lot of that premium Super Nintendo stuff, you know what I mean?
Next lot.
Certain games maybe you could point at still being weak or something.
$440.
Like, maybe, I said that matte sticker baseball there went for, like, what, 13,000? I think Adventure of Link 2 went for 14,000. Like, maybe you could make a argument that those went cheap, but I think overall the bidding action was greater on average, about 20% more bidding than last signature. Hey, there we go, some actual stats from Cristiano. Yeah, so like, just that's what I mean. Overall, it felt competitive. Felt like there was a lot of people there. It just felt like a good auction.
Next lot.
So that's my take on the signature. Curious how you guys felt. Your VGA 100 Pikachu, you digested. Either you overpaid or underpaid, but you definitely paid. This guy bought a 3DS console for $7,000. What a chump. What an absolute chump. Balloon Fight was a first print. No, yeah, first print? Second print on Balloon Fight. I think, fuck, I don't know. It's a gloss sticker Balloon Fight there. 9.0 went for $600. Arkanoid actually went for $2,160. Into Beetlejuice here, 9.6A. So nice to hear. It's all because of VGA. Yep, VGA is saving the market. Game Gear market's way overpriced now. Yeah, the Game Gear market is... Like, those are crazy. That's what I mean, though, right? Like, even, yeah, a lot of those consoles, the Game Gear is a good example. Something more niche. Something more niche like the Game Gear consoles. I was surprised those even went for multiple thousands of dollars.
Fair warning.
Beetlejuice there, $1,200. Yeah, Balloon Fight for $600. Gloss sticker. It is first print. Yeesh. Yeah, that is a little bit cheap there. What's the box grade? 8.599?
Smiling
yeah, that
face
Balloon
with
Fight
hearts,
is a good snap. But looks
pain,
up, yo. It's missing a
smiling
fucking
face with
sombrero,
hearts,
man.
_ hide pain. Smiling face with hearts. _ hide pain : _ Pepe. Yes.
Thank you, Simon's Face. 25 freaking months, dude.
Here's your Starbucks. Unrelated. Happy bidding. Cool face.
Much appreciated, Inazuma. That's going straight to a couple energy drinks for today. That's where that $5
Fair
going. We got the Ultra Fiesta to start off, and I think later tonight I'm going to grab another one.
Next lot.
Yeah, I'm going to double dose on the energy drinks. Absolute animal, I know. Contra is a 9.2 CIB selling for $1,000. Bomberman 9.4A plus round SOQ for $1,380.
$1,800. $1,900.
The only risk with Alpha Mission is Greg not telling us about some tear on it. Holy smokes, where's this coming from? Where's this kind of heat coming from? Holy
Fair
smokes, Tim. Wow. Wow.
Next lot. $550.
That's insane, Tim.
$650.
Darkwing Duck goes for $2,160, 9.0A plus.
$750.
Disney's Tailspin, 9.0A there.
Fair warning.
VGA found color touch on your sub. Diablo 2 Big Box. You didn't believe it or see it. I legit thought they were wrong. Bought a black light, and yep, they were right. Color touched all over. Yeah, never doubt VGA. That's all I've ever learned. Never doubt
Fair
VGA.
warning.
VGA knows best.
$900.
Never been known for your good decision making. A lot of four-figure NES today. Yeah, most stuff still today, run amok, will be like $1,000 is going to be,
Fair warning.
I don't know, like almost a soft floor. Not that much is going to fall below
Next
1,000.
lot.
Like there's going to be stuff, but you know what I mean?
1,000.
I'd say most stuff like is going to be at least 500. So good stuff still. Like I said, it still is a signature auction out here. 9.0 Tailspin does crack $1,000 as well. $1,020.
warning.
Donkey Kong is an 8.0 gloss sticker first production. 7.5 box,
$1,500.
9.6 cart. 7.5 manual. Unfortunately, the one game you wanted from today's session got bid up. Not sure if you want to go for it. You might have to give it a crack, though.
Fair warning.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious to see which game it is, Carl. The one game you wanted in today's session. Definitely curious to see. Now here's hoping that Game Gear games go for crazy money. I mean, maybe, man. Yeah, dude, for sure. Game Gear to the moon, dude. I mean,
Fair
if
warning.
they do, I would, yeah, if Game Gear gets some kind of sudden surge
Next
in
lot.
popularity, I would cash out immediately. That's just me personally. Yes, Alpha Mission was Digit Press, I believe, Supyo.
$1,100.
I believe it's a 2018 or 2019 purchase on that Alpha Mission. Pretty positive that came from Digit Press as well. Donkey Kong went for $1,800. Yeah, Game Gear is just extremely tough to collect for in general. Like, Game Gear is really hard to collect for. Donkey Kong went for $1,800 into Donkey Kong Jr. Math, one of the most
Fair
expensive CIB NES games. This is a 7.5 gloss sticker first production,
Next lot.
going for $1,800 there. Donkey Kong Jr. Math. Basically, any copy of Donkey Kong Jr. Math is has been very expensive for a long time. It's like one of the more low-key grails of NES collecting.
$600.
But since the cartridge itself is only like what? And what's the Donkey Kong Jr. Math cart now? 100, 150? Since the cartridge is cheap, most people don't like put it in the same category as some of the really heavy games.
Next lot.
Here's Donkey Kong Jr. Math again, 8.0 CIB.
$750.
This is a later production without the sticker, went for $1,800 as well. So 2 copies of Donkey Kong Jr. Math there, $1,800 apiece. Dragon Warriors, a 9.6A plus second later production copy. So VGA is the best grading option, you think? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I would... Sapio knows this, but I'll tell you guys too. I would only choose VGA if I had the option. Sapio already knows that, but...
$1,300.
Yeah, Game Gear, like, I think I have half of a complete Game Gear set. I probably have like 90 boxed games. Maybe over 100 between boxed and sealed Game Gear. Like, I have a lot.
Next lot.
Highest graded copy of this variant. Oh shit, I didn't even see that. Damn, for some reason, I just assumed there'd be a 9.8 of this out there. That's crazy. 9.6 A++ goes for $1,440 on Dragon Warrior. Jeez. Dragon Warrior 2, 7.0 B+.
$1,400.
What are my fave Game Gear games? The thing is, Carl, like crazy enough as it is, I've hardly ever played on the console. I just have a weird ass brain that like decided I should start collecting Game Gear, and I loved collecting it because it was very tough. It was difficult. There was a fun chase to it, but my favorite games on the console are just like
$1,600.
Like Tails Adventure and the Sonics and the more vanilla stuff because I really didn't get into much. I have such a like a collector brain when it comes to Game Gear.
$1,900, $2,000.
Dragon Warrior 2 is a 7.0 B+ here. There's only 6 copies on the June Pop Report, and it is pumping here. Like, you know, like Bubble Bobble, Earthworm Jim. Like, some of the games that exist on other consoles are really cool on Game Gear, that they even exist on there. Mega Man on Game Gear. Battletoads. Those are always really cool standouts for me on Game Gear.
Fair warning.
But I barely played it, to be completely honest.
$2,400.
I just own, like, every fucking game for it. It is how it is.
Fair warning.
Oh, Digit Press. It was an auction that took place a long time ago, Chris Larson. Digital Press sold some very, very, very good games on eBay. I think it was 2018, 2019.
Fair warning.
It was like early hang tab factory sealed games. I think they auctioned off a Scoon on NES that went for like $9,300, and that was before WATA even existed. Scoon. I think, is that how you say it? I think it's called Scoon. Auctioned on eBay for like $9,300. So yeah, Digit Press, of course, being the big forum, but they also have an eBay account. And their eBay account had listed some very, very, very expensive games as buy it nows. And I was able to scoop up a few of them. Dragon Warrior went for $2,880. Excite Bike 8.0 here. Double matte sticker first production. Wow, 7.5 box, 9.2 cart, 8.5 manual. Pushing up to $2,000 here on the matte sticker Excite Bike.
Next lot.
You say Squoon with a bit of a W in there.
$900. $2,200.
$1,920 for Excite Bike.
$600.
Frickin' matte sticker, hey. 8.0 first print. The CIBs, man. Like, I know the CIBs have come down from what they were, but, like, these are still getting strong. Like, these are still solid-ass prices, I think. Here's Final Fantasy VG85. I agree, Carl. I would love a Final Fantasy as well. And it's honestly kind of affordable Final Fantasy, because it's kind of like there's kind of a lot of copies out there. Like, it's not super rare to get Final Fantasy. So I also need to buy one at some point there. $3,300 for the VGA 85. Super cool game. It's just like, I love Final Fantasy. I love RPGs. Flintstones, Surprise at Dinosaur Peak. Speaking of CIB NES Grails here, 7.5 overall with 7.5 on every single component. Basically, I mean, this and Little Samson have always gone back and forth as like the most expensive or the most sought after NES game outside of like stadium events and stuff. But Flintstones and Samson are the two big ones that most normal people can get after.
Next lot.
I also have Dragon Warrior 2 CIB. And that's like kind of the issue there, Brandon Tucker, that I think about is like, this Dragon Warrior is a 7.0 B+, right? Like, it's a Pop 6. This copyright here isn't the nicest. I probably have a frickin' 9.0 CIB. Like, you know, it would be $3,000 to upgrade to a factory sealed one. It's like, just kind of put that money to something else. Keep my CIB copy like really nice and probably just buy something else. It's always killer when the factory sealed is just like so much more freaking expensive. Flintstones goes for $3,360. 7.5. Into Godzilla, 9.48 plus. This must be close to... Does Godzilla have 9.8s? It must, hey? I feel like we never see Godzilla. 9.48 plus on this one.
Fair warning. Next lot.
Welcome in, Pac-Man fan. Good to see you here.
$1,500.
Final Fantasy went just above your limit. Is 3,300 pretty decent on that? I guess we can take a peek here. We got Golf 9.4A Oval being followed in by Gyromite CIB. Let's take a peek at Final Fantasy here since we're all chatting about it. What has this done for pricing? Yeah, this is a pop 102. Like, as far as NES games go, Final Fantasy is kind of common. Sold for about as much as the 9.2A. 3,120 back in July. 9.2A went for 2,400. Wow, that was kind of a snag then. 9.2B plus $2,000. This VGA 85 sale last sold for 4,600. That was back in November. This $3,300 sale today is like 8.5A plus went for 2,280. Like, kind of pricey. Back in November, 9.4A was 5,760.
$700.
Like, kind of solid for Final Fantasy tonight, honestly. Kind of damn solid at 3,300 for the 85. Like, that's not cheap for the Final Fantasy tonight. Gyromite 9.2 here. This is a double matte sticker on the box. 9.0 box, 9.6 cart, 9.2 manual. Yeah, shoot. It looks like there were some excellent buying opportunities on Final Fantasy here back in May. Like, this little stretch right here
$800.
was some great buying opportunities on Final Fantasy. Like, December last year to May. I mean, they're not the greatest copies in the world. 9.2A, I think, is the best copy that's sold in this little stint here. But, like, you could have got a copy. I mean, 8.0A for 1,260? Like, it's not bad. Not bad. Might be a bit of,
Fair warning.
Yo, Joe Migraine. Welcome in, dude. Might be a bit of life coming back there on Final Fantasy. It's funny, you paid 1,200 for a 9.4 Dragon Warrior 2 CIB. You were just thinking you'd rather have that than this beat-up one for 3 times X. Yes. That's what I mean, Hamster. Like, at some point, right, it's like,
Fair warning.
You know, at some point, how much do you really want to spend to get a beat-up sealed one versus an absolutely mint opened one? So, and we all have different thresholds and stuff for that. There's no one answer. Gyromite here, 8.5 gloss sticker second production. The 9.2 double matte CIB went for 960. Good old Gyromite. Almost bringing in $1,000 there on the 9.2 CIB.
$420.
I mean, shipping to the Australia would make a guy bitter, Daniel. I get bitter just thinking about shipping to Canada. So I wouldn't blame him if that's the case.
$440.
It's freaking tough. It's freaking tough with shipping, man. Shipping and taxes make all of this a lot more difficult.
Fair warning.
Tim, you pushed the Final Fantasy up to 2640 with the BP. Yeah, Krills, you bought the 8.0. You bought the 8.0 and the 7.0 B plus. Yeah, man. Looking back at those now, Krills, those seem like some solid prices for the for those Final Fantasies. Gyromite 8.5 second print went for 504. Joe and Mac 9.6A. Highest graded out of just 8. Damn. Highest graded Joe and Mac here. Again, like, this is more of a low-key rarity on NES. A second-tier rarity. Not up there with the heavies, but, like, you'll never come across a CIB Joe and Mac. If you're casually just, like, doing NES games, you'll never see this game. That's kind of how I'd put Joe and Mac.
$750.
Not super expensive, but you won't see it.
$50. $900.
The Canadian Shelf Company. You don't need shipping with our products, Greg. Stop on by. The Canadian Shelf Company. Just what I need. Joe and Mac goes for $1,560. Here's an 85 plus real Kirby's Adventure. Not that Canadian crap. Not that Canadian crap, eh? 85 plus USA print. Very nice.
$1,200. $1,300.
That area is true for a lot of games. Market has ticked up about 10% on a lot of popular titles since then. Is that talking about that December to May period there, Squeaks? That you're seeing some market growth in?
$1,500.
Watch that Final Fantasy cross to a 9.6A plus. Oh my god, dude. You're not gonna cross that alpha mission, are you? I doubt you are.
Fair warning.
Oh no, it's already in a water case. Never mind. It's already 9.4A plus.
Next lot.
For some reason, I thought it was an 85 plus, but never mind. Ignore me. Oh my gosh, Kung Fu. Jesus. You see that? That was an explosion of bidding there. Up to 2,800 almost. Matte sticker CIB with an 8.0 box. First
Fair
production
warning.
here. That was fucking nothing now? That's it?
Next lot.
What was that for Kung Fu? Oh my god. Just shot immediately to 2,640 and not a single more bid.
$1,900.
Kirby's Adventure 85 plus, $1,680. 9.0 Legend of Zelda TM first production with a 9 box, 9.4 cartridge, 8.0 manual. It is a cassette manual inside too. True first print here on this Zelda with a 9.0 box, CGC.
$2,800.
Get the shelves, Greg. Yeah. You think both Gyromite CIBs were good? The matte is slightly better by?
$3,000.
Honestly, Greg, you could use a shelf or two to display your games instead of stuffing them in boxes. I could. I probably could, Skull. I probably could. The Zelda getting some love here. 9.0 box, 9.4 cart, a cassette manual inside, 8.0, 9.0 overall. Beautiful Zelda here, pushing its way up. Holy man, we're almost at $5,700. We are at $6,000. We are looking for $6,600 on the first print Zelda. I don't know if it should be 10K Supyo, but it definitely should be like when it was sitting around this price right here, around the 2,600 price. That was low. I think this is more in line with where it should be.
Next lot. $420.
6,000 on Zelda. Can we check Gamer Stonks on CIBs, Tim? Can we check Zelda? Or no?
$550. $600.
No. No, we cannot. What a useless website. That is ridiculous. It seems low. Shoot, I don't think it is.
$700.
I just got to figure out how to get back here to we have Little Nemo, the Dream Master, 9.4A here. Only 2 higher out of just 14 total. Capcom there with Little Nemo, pushing its way up to $1,000 bucks.
$850. $900.
Keep up the great content. I've learned a lot from you to start and grow my own collection.
Much appreciated, White Wolf. Much appreciated.
$1,000.
Thank you.
$1,100.
And thank you for the $5 there.
$1,300. $1,400.
9.2 CIB there, Supyo, in August went for $5,000. My shitter copy sold for $1,500. What's the box grade on here?
Next lot.
This was a really fucking good copy here, Supyo. Cassette manual inside. If this is the latest comp, 9.2 for $5,000. I don't know. The one that sold tonight was a 9.0 CGC. I think it kind of fell off a roof or fell off a cliff when this 9.2 went for $16,000, and then we had 9.4 for $28,000. Then this 9.2 followed with only $5,000. My 8.5 went for $1,500. Come on! And then, yeah, today, $6,000 for the 9.0. So I would say that's just, it's pretty fucking solid, actually. Not even just fair. That's pretty solid for the 9.0 today. Nemo, $1,560 for the 9.4A, and here's an 85 copy to follow it up. 85 going head-to-head with a 9.4A. Ooh, spooky. Who's going to win? Looks like Watt is taking this one. Or are they? We need 2 more bids on the VGA copy to pass the 9.4A. Dan Man Oss, first time in chat. Appreciate you, Dan Man. Welcome in, dude.
Fair warning.
Do I think the sealed PAL games get as much love as the JP ones? I don't think so, Danger D, but I think PAL games in general should get a lot more love than they do. I just don't think they have a lot of exposure yet, or there's no push for PAL at this time. I think they're probably almost I think PAL games are probably underpriced across the board, if I'm being honest.
Fair warning. $2,200.
The 8.5 Zelda you sold, is that the copy you got from the guy in my city? No decaps, it's not. I still have that copy ungraded. The one you're talking about there. That copy is still ungraded. It should go over 9.0. I mean, I hope it does.
Warning.
That was my undercopy.
Next lot.
Little Nemo, 1,440 and 1,560 for the Wada one. Maniac Mansion went for 2,640. Mega Man 3, 9.4 A++. Is it morally wrong if you buy some PAL for cheap and then not tell people it's PAL when you show them? Yeah, just have your absolutely badass video game collection, all PAL titles.
Fair warning.
You know, Carl, like the number one thing people used to do back in the day was buy stadium events. You just buy the PAL version. A lot of people would just put the PAL version in their collection because the North American version costs multiple thousands. So, I mean, it's something that people have been doing for a long time. Using the PAL games there as the replacements. No, that's my copy, decaps. That's my copy. 9.4 A++ Indiana collection on Mega Man 3. Fuck, that's one of the oldest pedigrees, isn't it?
Next
We like never see Indiana collection anymore. 3,120 for that. Mega Man 3. Here's Mega Man 6, 9.6 A+. Only 2 higher. On Mega Man 6, 9.6 A+.
Fair warning. Next lot. $900.
Did you overpay for Kirby? I don't think so at 1,680. I mean, just off the top of my head, that feels good, but I can check the comps in just a second, though. There. That seems very fine for an 85+ Kirby. Here's Monster in My Pocket 85+. This is also really cool. Just one you won't come around much at all. Mega Man 6 went for $3,601 and 20 cents. An internet bidder there took that one with the weird bid.
$1,500. $1,600.
Wait, what did you buy there, Hamster? Did you grab the Zelda? Just trying to catch up on chat there. I fell behind a little bit.
$1,700. $1,800.
That feeling when you could have sent the 8.5 to CGC and that could have been your 9.0 tonight for $6 grand. Thane. 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 Grading. I tell ya. There are many PAL games that are more expensive than US titles. Many of the Game Boy Pokemon games, for example. Yeah, PAL is its own market for sure at this point, Trevor. Like I know even PAL has its own grails and stuff. I just mean in general, if you do like where the North American copy is super expensive, a lot of the time you can get the PAL copy for like 1/10 of the price. Yeah, you bought some PAL games but they were limited edition exclusives, which mean you paid the North American price. Exactly.
Fair warning.
Yeah, exactly, Hamster. That's what I was saying there with the 9.2 went for 17K, and then it just like that 9.2 was a big outlier at this point, I would say. I mean, I guess doing that extra jump to a 9.2, I might just be a condition premium thing.
$1,500. $1,600.
Yeah, too bad it's not the Schatzberg collection. Yeah, if grading companies opened up in the UK, pal, yeah. Like, if you guys got a major grading company in the European or UK market, like VGA, WADA, or CGC, like, no disrespect for UKG, but, like, you know, they don't have that worldwide presence like the big three do. So if you were to get one of the big three in, I think it would go really far to helping the PAL market grow and mature a bit. But I don't know how popular game collecting is in general for you guys across the ocean.
Fair warning.
Monster in My Pocket there went for $2,880. Ninja Gaiden is an 85+, going for $2,100. Ninja Gaiden is kind of one that cooled off big time, hey? Just too many copies of it or what? I don't have a big connection to Ninja Gaiden. I'd like to own it just because it's like, it's Ninja Gaiden. It's really freaking cool, you know? But $2,100 now, you can get an 85+.
$1,900.
Ninja Gaiden. I mean, I guess every game is cooled off, but I don't know. I don't know.
$2,000.
Maybe I just thought Ninja Gaiden would stay up a little bit more than it did. Paperboy 9.4A is pushing weight right past it. I mean, that's fucking... Every time Paperboy sells, I feel like I say the same goddamn thing, but 9.4A here on Paperboy, pushing its way up over $2,500.
$2,400.
The average Ninja Gaiden is like a 9.4 statistically, so the condition premium is less. Really good info there, Seth. That does help explain why Ninja Gaiden isn't seeing such massive premiums.
$2,600.
You're now in the do you get high CIB or low sealed camp? Yeah, why not both with that Mexican girl?
Fair warning.
People will grade their higher CIB collections now. We'll probably see a few years of higher CIB and then disappear like sealed games. Yes.
$1,600.
That's why I like went out of my way to sell some of my really nice CIB stuff. Like I sold my Pokemon games for one because I thought graded CIB average grade Pokemon games were selling for way too fucking much. So I did clear out like my CIB Pokemons and just other stuff where it's like, yeah, CIB pricing just got ahead of itself in my opinion. But it seemed like as sealed games were falling, CIB was rising. And it was just like, wait, what? So I did take advantage of that, or what I hoped I took advantage of that. We'll see how it plays out, but...
Fair warning.
This 9.48 Paperboy sold for like 90% of an 85 plus yesterday. Yep. 9.4, baby. Who needs an 85 plus when you can have 9.4A? 2,880 there for Paperboy. Yeah, it just astounds me every time Paperboy sells. It's so fucking expensive.
Next lot. 1,000.
Pinball here, a case pack copy, I believe. Pinball had some cases found a long time ago, but they weren't hang tab super early copies. They were these Rev A. I think it's mid print to get a Rev A on Pinball, but VGA 90 uncirculated is freaking beautiful. $3,000 there, black box Pinball. RC Pro-Am is also 90 uncirculated. Jesus. Round SOQ on this. Looking for $2,000. Yeah, VGA 90 NES is just like, it's next level nice. VGA 90s on NES are the tippy top, basically.
Fair warning.
It's pretty big in UK and Germany, grading is. Or game collecting. Very niche, but gaining ground slowly. UKG, and being from the UK, it's a small group of us, but you're here paying those customs fees? Yeah, the customs fees freaking stink. I hear you on that, man. It's brutal.
$950.
RC Pro-Am 1920 into RoboCop. VGA 90 RoboCop. Jesus. Were there cases of RoboCop ever?
Warning.
I feel like there weren't.
$1,000.
VGA 90 on this feels very, very special. I'm surprised to see this. We'll see what this sells for here. CGC has submission offices in Munich and London. Not sure if they accept games, though. Ah, that's crazy that they do, though. That's good to hear. Yeah, not sure if they accept games either. I would assume not, Cristiano, just based on how little CGC games we still see with some of the German collectors and stuff in Facebook groups.
$1,500.
You think that, yeah, CGC just does cards in the UK for now. Gotcha.
Fair warning. $1,000.
RoboCop VGA 90 went for $1,200 there. Skater died too, 9.88 plus. So were there cases of RoboCop? What do people know? What do people know about RoboCop? I'm surprised that a VGA 90 is only $1,200 on this title, but maybe I'm just crazy there. Skater died too, $1,800, 9.88 plus. Jeez. And Spider-Man, Return of the Sinister Six, 9.4A. Only 2 copies are graded higher. Yeah, the Sinister Six box is absolute crap. I'm pretty positive this is one of those white paper boxes, so it creases way easier. So 9.4 on this, yeah, only 2 copies are graded higher numerically. That's why. Really hard to find one of these with a nice box. Even like every CIB you find is going to be crushed. This thing is just made out of paper.
Fair warning.
You did? I'm sure you kept your super mint CIBs, but all the 8.0, 8.5s type stuff you got rid of too? Yes. That's what I mean, HW. Like 7.0, 7.5, 8.0, and 8.5 were just selling for way too much, in my opinion. Way too much. And even on Pokemon games, I think I did sell off some 9.0s and 9.2s. But like...
Fair warning.
I can't think of exact comps, but it might be like a Fire Red 9.2 sold for like 700 US. Where I'm just like, yeah, okay. Like, you can take that, you know? I'll have another chance to buy a Fire Red in the future.
$600.
So, yeah, I did get rid of a lot of stuff like that. Spider-Man Sinister 6 just cracked over $1,000 there. 1,110. Star Trek, The Next Generation, 9.8 A+. Is this that guy who was always talking about Star Trek? I can't remember his name now. This newly graded copy is higher than any other on the pop report. Is this the guy who was always talking about it? Surely you guys remember there was some guy in chat with Star Trek, The Next Generation. I don't know if this is his copy, though. I can't remember if he had a 9.8 or not. Damn, I mean, if it is his copy, hopefully it does well here.
Fair warning.
Elysium, the Star Trek is yours, so no, it's not. It was someone else I'm speaking of. I think the other guy had really big expectations on this game. We're pushing over $1,000 right now. But I'm pretty sure the other guy was shooting for the moon on this Star Trek TNG.
Fair warning.
Auction totals at 1.5 mil? Yes.
650.
1.5 frickin' mil so far on the signature. Star Trek just cracks over $1,000. That other guy had a 9.6 A+. Ah, gotcha. See, I knew someone in chat would remember. I'm impressed you remembered that, Elysium. Good. So yeah, that other guy,
Fair warning.
Ah, man. Ah, man. I told that other guy to sell. Like, I gave him a fair price, like, good advice, and, you know... Just had stars in his eyes. Empire Strikes Back, 9.4 A+.
Fair warning.
I just love the box art on this. I would like to get one of these eventually, but like I have a beautiful CIB. Beautiful CIB of this, but yeah, you know. It's not a like not something I want to spend $1,500 on. That's all.
Next lot. $1,100.
Don't know if there are any RoboCop case packs, but about 50% of the copies are 9.4, 9.6, 9.8. Ah, maybe. Geez, yeah, that almost makes it does sound like it is a case pack type game, Seth. If that's the data on it. How many total pop, Seth, on RoboCop, if you remember off the top of your head now? Super Mario Bros. 7.5 gloss sticker, second production with a 6-box, 7.5 cart. No, sorry, 7.5 manual, 9.2 cart. 1,320 for a 7.5 glossy boy. Second print Mario Bros. 6.0 box, 1,320 still. Mario. Yesterday, we didn't have a Mario 2 in the day 1 portion, hey? I believe this is the first Mario 2 we are seeing at the signature. 9.4 B+ this time around. Yeah, then that's the only early print we even have. I don't think there was one yesterday. A 39 pop on RoboCop, mostly high grade. Yeah, well, that explains why the 90 only brings in $1,200 then. That's interesting. RoboCop isn't one that I have in my head as like kind of available. Yeah, 2 6-figure sales this auction. Who saw that coming, hey? Who saw the frickin' Left Bros selling for $108,000 yesterday? Who had that on their bingo card? Fucking insane. And then the deluxe set, I mean, sky was the limit on that one. Like, I knew that was going over $50,000 pretty easy. I didn't expect $100,000 on the deluxe set, but shit, man, that was crazy. 9.4 B+ on Super Mario Bros. 2 early, going for $4,000. 9.6 A here on later print. I was going to say, I think this will actually outsell the early. 9.6A later print. We'll see here. It needs a few more bids to sell for as much as the early print did. 9.6A looking for $4,000. Later print, Mario 2. Star Trek followed immediately by Star Wars. Let's see who wins. Yeah, like you even need to ask. The entire signature could buy
Next
one
lot.
Mario 64. Yes.
$2,800.
Welcome in, Little. Welcome, welcome. Just shy of it, actually. The 9.6A later print, $200 less than the 9.4 B plus early print. So even with the B plus seal rating, the early print did get the it did win the bidding there. 9.6A plus on a last production copy here. Yes, yeah. So oval print mid print here, and then we have oval print last print here, but 9.6A plus, which frankly I think this will just, yeah, this, like, in my head, once we start talking about like oval TM versus oval R, I would just rather take the nicer condition game, and it seems like people are agreeing here as the 9.6A plus copy is pushing its way up to almost $5,000 here.
Fair warning.
Computer Space, was that stand-up arcade machine, Danger D? If that's what you're talking about, yeah, I think it went for like $45,000 if I remember right. Yeah, Left Bros back in I think it was 2020. Left Bros went for what, like 144,000, I think? I think it was 9.4A plus plus that you're thinking of in Asuma, I think. So Left Bros has exploded before, but it has gotten nowhere near
$2,600.
It has gotten nowhere near the price of like $100,000 since then. Because I'm pretty sure the same copy that sold for like $100,000 was auctioned again and sold for like 30 or something. I can't remember the exact numbers in my head now, but Left Bros hadn't gotten near that price in a long time. 9.6A plus last print there, $5,000. Yeah, the nicer copy just won between these minor variants. 9.4A plus Mario Bros. 3 goes for $3,000, and here's the challenge set, 9.6A plus. Beautiful challenge set copy here, pushing its way up to $1,000.
$900.
Cool variant on Mario Bros. 3.
1,000.
Hey, getting a little bit of love here. Some quick bids came in. Looking for $1,400 on it now. A 9.4B Left Bros went for $120,000, and a 9.2A Plus went for $156,000. There are the numbers. Thank you, Hamster.
$1,400.
Thank you. In my head, I remember the 9.4B copy, because the 9.4B was also auctioned again.
$1,700.
Yeah, only 25 likes. Hit the like button, people. I agree. Hit the like button. Helps out the stream. Helps me be here.
$1,000.
This is pushing. We're up over almost $2,000 here for the challenge set. The 9.4A plus later print copy went for $3,000. Challenge set copy 9.6A plus, almost over $2,000.
1,000.
Still going. Looking for $2,280. Thank you, Skull, for the trivia.
Fair warning. Next lot.
A good exercise is to compare comic books and video game pop reports and prices. Gives a good idea what can happen to games in the long run. Cristiano, you start doing that, and if you start comparing like populations and prices and stuff of comics or other hobbies, that's something that gets you frothing at the mouth. That's something that gets you FOMO. You gotta control that here. Be sitting there just frickin' drooling if you start doing that too much.
$60. $400. $440. $408. $500. $550. $650.
And subscribe, yes. Ring that bell. Ring that subscribe bell.
$700.
That's how you help out the stream.
$750.
Super Pitfall is an 80 plus here. Mid-production Rev A, round SOQ.
$850.
How do the likes help? It just, like, it's one of those metrics, Supyo, that shows the stream to more people. So if the live stream has more likes on it, has higher viewer retention on it, then YouTube will start suggesting the live stream to more people. So, That's how it helps. It's very minor, but it just helps reach. Likes are one of the metrics used. That it's a good stream. If you hit the like button, it must mean it's a good stream.
Fair warning.
People chatting and viewer retention are the other things that help the YouTube algorithm just show the live stream to more people.
$300.
So, help out the stream. Hit the like button.
Fair warning.
Dislikes also help the stream. I don't even know if they're rated differently, decaps, or if they're both counted as engagement. Like, likes and dislikes genuinely might be rated the same. So.
Fair warning.
Super Pitfall here. Selling for 1,680. Here's Swamp Thing 9.68 plus. This is another one of those NES games, like I was talking about Joe and Mac. Like, you'll never see Swamp Thing. 9.68 plus on this. Like, even like a cartridge or CIB, you just never come across this game. Released in 1992. Cool game. But definitely more on that, like, deeper level of NES collecting with Swamp Thing. This 9.68 plus is probably close to the highest graded copy as well. But pushing its way over $2,000 now. Swamp Thing.
$2,400.
Amazing Fantasy 15 has 2,500 copies graded. Jeez, that is wild.
$800.
Yeah, Game Pops only count sealed. That is the big difference too. Like, if we just talk about like CIBs in general, then yeah, we could get up to 2,500. We could get Mario to 2,500 copies if we like included, you know, all CIBs and stuff. And the thing with game collecting is like a lot of people don't distinguish between CIB and sealed. Like, you almost have to like not force the distinction on people, but like educate. Or not even educate. People aren't dumb, but you know what I mean?
Fair warning.
Like, not everyone's going to care about having a sealed copy when you can just buy an open copy.
Lot.
You sponsored right now?
In talks, actually, right now, HC. In talks. Negotiation is ongoing at this exact moment. Thank you for the $1.99.
$950.
2024 game collection tour video?
Maybe. I need that shelf company to toss me some shelves, Captus. If we can get some free shelves from that shelving company earlier, maybe. Maybe we can make it happen. But yeah, we can do a 2024 collection video. It will probably happen. It'll probably happen. I need to prepare some shit, get rid of some more stuff. It'll probably happen.
This chat is sponsored by GamerStonks.
Fair warning.
There's the answer you're looking for, HC. Sponsored by GamerStonks.com. For all of your auction comps and latest sales results in the hobby. GamerStonks.com, everybody. Thank you for the $20. And thank you, Captus, as well, and HC. Much appreciated, you guys. Swamp Thing went for $3,600. Very solid. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. See, this is a PAL copy right here of Turtles. 9.68++. Here you go. This is the Carl special. You can slap this. Where'd it go? You can slap this Turtles on your shelf. Who's going to know that's a PAL copy, right? No one.
Fair warning.
I would almost guarantee that, like, 98 out of 100 casual video game people like would never recognize this as a PAL copy. Wouldn't happen. They'd just be like, oh wow, Turtles, done. Like, no one would think anything of it. So there you go. That's the Carl special right there. Fool your friends into thinking you have real Turtles. Tiny Toon Adventures 2,880. Damn, 9.88+ on that. Into Wolverine 9.68+. Read the title of this? Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. See, I didn't even realize it said Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. That's what I mean, Tim. Like, I'm a casual-ass Turtles person. I didn't even see it. No one's seeing that. No one is seeing that. That's hilarious.
Next lot. $950.
That's hilarious. Entering into some magazines here, though. That does end off NES stuff with Wolverine 9.68 plus for $1,500. Electronic Gaming Monthly number 1, I believe, right? Our exclusive Nintendo preview. Yes, Electronic Gaming Monthly V1 number 1, 1989. 9.0 copy. Is this highest graded? What do they have to say here?
Next lot.
Doesn't say Pop Report there. It didn't in the little write-up, but $1,100 for the magazine.
$140.
To kick off our little magazine spree here. We go into some nice Nintendo powers and stuff.
$160. $180.
This is kind of interesting here. This is a production title cell for Home Alone 2. I believe this would have been used on, okay, so NES, Super Nintendo, and Genesis, wherever this title screen appeared. This is the original production cell for it. Which I think yesterday we had, what, Bart and the Juggernauts, right? We had the production cell for that. So, for those of you who are into art, here's Home Alone 2. I've never seen the Home Alone movies. That's one of my, like, what do you call that? Like a guilty confession or something? Never seen Home Alone. Maybe they're good movies. I hear a lot about them. Never seen it.
Fair warning. $460.
Greg's about to get a free trip to Japan to buy more games, probably sponsored by Sendico, just like all the other tubers this month. Yeah, Skull, there have been a lot of videos there of YouTubers going to Japan all of a sudden. I mean, I guess it's just because travel finally opened back up, hey, and everyone's getting it out of their system, but like, damn, man.
Did you ever dig Tony Hawk Underground?
I would love to get a sponsored trip to Japan. That would be insane. That would be the dream. Hamster, you've submitted approximately 6,000 games for grading.
Next lot.
What?
$1,100.
Basic math puts that at like $250,000 in grading fees.
Fair warning.
That is fucking nutty, man. Nintendo Power number 2 was a 9.0 there for $660. Nintendo Power number 4, 9.6 on the Zelda 2 copy. Jesus, $1,200 on that. 9.6 on Turtles here. Nintendo Power number 6. Yeah, really nice copies of Nintendo Power here. And honestly, prices have come down now on them. The first
$280.
The first ones that we were seeing come to auction over a year ago now, I think, were selling pretty crazy. These ones are in the $1,000 range now for 9.6s. I personally think this is a lot safer to be buying these books. You're getting 9.6s, 9.8s. The market has had some time to shake them out now. A lot safer than it used to be anyway. Nintendo Power number 11, 9.6 Mario Bros. 3. 4 and 9.6, 2 higher.
Next lot.
$1,000 here. Looks like 1,000 is kind of the soft ceiling on these. 9.6 Mario Bros. 3 Strategy Guide. Nintendo Power number 13.
$600. $700.
4 and 9.6, none higher.
$900.
Captus, did I ever dig Tony Hawk Underground? I played it only a little bit. Like, I played Tony Hawk 3 and 4 a lot, and then Underground, I played it like friends' houses. I always wanted to buy Underground, but we just never did. So I didn't get to, like, grind Underground a lot.
$600, $800, $900.
But I appreciate the $2. I wish I would have played Underground and Underground 2 more than I did.
$1,500.
Nintendo Power 13 there went for $1,000. Here's the Final Fantasy Strategy Guide, 9.8. There we go. That's bringing out the money. 2 and 9.8, none higher. Looking for $1,800. Still going here. Yeah, we need those 9.8s on Nintendo Power here to bring out the real money. Yeah, that's like 400Ks exactly. Like, that is an insane amount of money. When you started, it was $25 a game. Still crazy. Nintendo Power 2 scared you when you first saw it? Didn't they like have to censor it or something? With him holding Dracula's head? Did they ever change that or no?
500, 6,
I remember there was like controversy around Nintendo Power 2, but I don't know if it actually like led to anything. Nintendo Power 17 there. The Final Fantasy Strategy Guide went for $1,740 into Nintendo Power number 20. 9.8 on this one as well. 2 and 9.8, none higher. Mega Man 3 advertised. Going for $1,000 there? $900.
$1,400.
And we are now into Super Nintendo.
$1,600.
Welcome to Super Nintendo, everybody. Starting off with Donkey Kong Country, 9.2A. This is a, ESRB above the UPC. This is one thing, I mean, I've bitched about this before with CGC labels. There's multiple copies of Donkey Kong, right? Like, made in Japan is not the main variant.
Fair warning.
Like, is it ESRB or no ESRB? And why isn't that information on the fucking label? I don't think it's on the back either. Yeah, they just don't denote it. Like, they just don't say that this ESRB exists. This makes it a true first print. If that didn't exist there, we'd have a second print. So, you know, looking at the game, looking at the, like, if I just have a picture of it or something, I have to count on Heritage to let me know that it's the variant, which I don't agree with that. I think that's really a miss by CGC to not include information like that.
Fair warning.
Greg missed all of the 90s classic movies that kids watched in school on the old roll cart CRT from the library. Yeah, Home Alone is one I just completely missed in my life. 2,160 for Donkey Kong there. Yeah, 9.8 is stonks on the Nintendo Powers, 100%. The game sales were funding the grading, just rolling kind of thing. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Like, I understand you have to be selling as much as you're grading at that point.
Fair warning.
It doesn't work otherwise.
Next lot. $380. $420.
Doom 9.8 A++. Jeez, 1,860. Wonderful game there. That's cool. Dragon View 9.6 A+. This is probably the highest graded copy. By far the highest graded of just
Get
3.
on the donut train you broke as motherfunkers.
You'd get the donut train you broke. I appreciate you, Joe Kane, with the $2 there. I appreciate you, dude.
Fair warning.
Much thanks, much thanks.
$850.
More first-time bidders and buyers in video game auctions than any other of our categories. Let's go, Cristiano. Let's go. That's what I like to hear. Getting new people into the hobby. TCG is pretty active in new bidders too. Absolutely, I assume that.
$950.
Yeah, I assume so. How is comics? Like, is comics still like really growing and burgeoning? What word am I thinking of? Bludgeoning? Burgeoning? Is that the word? Bludgeoning. What a great bludgeoning hobby. F-Zero is a 9.8 A++ here. Made in Japan, black label. F-Zero 99 hype here. Perfect copy of F-Zero. Burgeoning. That's the word I was looking for. I'm actually baffled that this didn't make it into day one. Like, I think 9.8 A++ F-Zero, man, that's a day one kind of game.
$3,000.
Blossoming still fits a lot better than bludgeoning. But burgeoning is the word I was looking for. Carl, is the Doom the game that you were going for?
Fair warning.
F-Zero here, over $3,000, pushed its way up to 3,360. Yeah, F-Zero 9.8 A++ black label. I mean, it's just fucking cool. Obviously, you can get yourself a player's choice copy for super cheap. Like, they're probably still $100, I think. But these are really, really cool. F-Zero there. Dragon View 9.6 A+ went for $1,000. Doom went for $1,860. Mystic Quest is a 9.6 A+ there. Geez, $1,680. Home Improvement 9.2 A+. This is low key a really rare Super Nintendo game. 5 on the pop report. I'm pretty sure the cartridge is even pretty expensive because CIB is definitely expensive. Just low key, unless you're a deep SNES collector, you'll never think of the Home Improvement game. $840. Dare I say it's a steal on Home Improvement as well there. Ken Griffey, holy shit, 9.0 A. Third time we've offered it.
Fair
I don't
warning.
know the pop report data. 9.0A here, though, on Ken Griffey.
$3,000.
We're fucking pushing into $3,600 here. Ken Griffey is, like, geez, we'll have to check comps here on some of these Super Nintendo games. We're moving pretty fast right now,
Fair
but
warning.
we'll have to check some of these comps. Because I want to see how F-Zero did as well as Doom.
Next lot.
And Ken Griffey now. Jesus Christ. 3,360, hey? So let's start off with Doom here.
$700.
Just off the top of my head, Doom felt a little bit light for a 9.8A++. It was a CGC copy, so 9.8A plus WADA last sold in July for $2,000. We've never seen CGC before, so the last WADA 9.8A++ sold for $4,200. That's going all the way back to 2021, though. We haven't seen Doom 9.8A++ in 2 years. So 1,860
Next
today
lot.
for the CGC copy. Comparing against WADA, but you know, CGC versus WADA, pretty darn close. Killer Instinct there was a 9.6A plus for $1,000. Kirby's Dream Course is a fucking 90. Wow. Wow, that's a nice copy of Kirby's Dream Course. We'll see what this one does as well here. Check the comps on F-Zero.
$600.
That's a really nice copy of Dream Course.
$1,700. $1,800.
In Japan, upright, grade.
$900.
So we haven't seen Player's Choice. Fuck, 9.8A++ hasn't been on one of the auction houses since 2020? For F-Zero? Is this like the first time we've ever seen one?
$400.
Japan, Player's Choice, 7.5A+.
Fair warning.
9.6A. Yeah, we haven't seen one in forever. A 9.8A++.
Next
Black
lot.
label copy of F-Zero. Yeah, geez. The peak we saw was in 2021, of course. 9.6A++ sold for $10,000
$2,000
for F-Zero. I can't believe we haven't seen a 9.8A++ since fucking 2020, where it sold for $2,000. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I would say that F-Zero is a snag there. Jesus Christ.
Fair warning.
3,360. It's a pop. I need to... Fuck,
Next
I can't.
lot.
Tim, weren't you going to put a checkmark thing here so that you can select certain
$850.
variants? I feel like you said you were going to do that. There's only two. Two exist on the pop report there for F-Zero. Jeez. Kirby's Dream Course went for $2,640 for the VGA 90. Dreamland 3, geez, 9.0A plus for $3,360. A lot of this SNES stuff like could have went in day one. Here's some really nice Super Nintendo games here for day two. Damn. Mystical Ninja 9.0A. Second highest graded copy on the pop report out of just
Next lot.
5. Selling for $1,200.
$2,200.
And here is Zelda Link to the Past Canadian version. Ooh, Canadian Zelda Link to the Past. Help Link shovel driveways to get Princess Zelda's car out of the castle.
$2,600.
Those Canadian winters are tough in Hyrule.
$3,000. $3,000.
You already have an 85 Doom there? That wasn't the game? Comics are huge, but the market is way down. The average comic person is 60 plus. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. The average game person is probably like 30. Nate TSL, did you win either of them there? The Kirby or the Dreamland 3? Or Link to the Past or the Dreamland 3? Griffey is the GOAT. Prettiest swing in baseball. We had a guy a few years ago who brought in Detective Comics 27. He had bought at the newsstand. He was 88 years old. He paid 10 cents and you guys sold it for $450K. That's insane, man. Yeah, comics is just a whole different world. That's cool to hear. The Canadian Zelda there, 3,840. Canadian Zeldas look great on Canadian shelves. Oh yeah, nothing better, nothing better. Here's Player's Choice 9.8A++. The only thing worse than a Canadian copy is truly a Player's Choice copy. Never forget that. Write that down. Write that in the compendium. That is official lore.
300
Canadian copies, slightly better than Player's Choice copies. Not a lot, but, you know, a bit. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, 9.4A plus, the Fighting Edition.
$750.
You've been trying to destroy my muscular build instead of adding new features to Gamer Stonks. Yeah, get those checkboxes there so I can checkbox options. Surely that's just a quick little, like, a few buttons, right? Surely that's like one line of code to just give me some checkboxes that I can select. I don't need it for many games with Gamer Stonks, but there's just some where the shitty variants get really crowded in there.
...2024 CGC VHS unboxing video?
A VHS unboxing video. I mean... I do have some VHS to send.
Fair warning.
If CGC does a discount again... Like, if I can get VHS sent for $30, I'd probably do it in 2024. I didn't do it this time around. I just don't have the, like, money to do it right now, but...
Fair warning.
Maybe. I'll say maybe.
Next lot.
For a 2024 VHS CGC. $1,140 there for Power Rangers Fighting Edition Ninja Gaiden Trilogy VGA 90. And thank you for the $2, Cactus. It's much appreciated.
$950.
What are you saying there with Pop Reports?
$1,000.
You think Pop Reports will play less of a role than the frequency with which items come up in our visible perceived population? I don't know what you guys are discussing over there. But yeah, perceived population does matter a lot, too. Because even if some games are super rare, like, once we start seeing them too much, people just, like, you know, people get a sour taste in their mouth for it. It's like, on Heritage there, we saw Super Ghouls and Ghosts, I think, like, 6 auctions in a row. Like, I think the pop on it was only, like, 20-something. But when you do 6 in a row like that, that is, you know... That hurts. That hurts.
$50.
Ninja Gaiden Trilogy VGA 90 goes for $1,170. You won the Dreamland 3. Let's go, Meltan Man. Holy smokes. You'll get an invoice at the end of the auction, Meltan. You won the 9.08 Plus for $3,360. That is fucking cool.
Fair warning.
That is really cool, man. Dreamland 3 has, like, fantastic box art. It's always stood out to me. I never had the chance to play this game. Obviously, like, expensive Super Nintendo, it always has been, but really cool. Really cool. Shadowrun 9.2A.
Fair warning.
You just won your first game of the auction as well, Ninja Gaiden Trilogy. Let's go, Imran. Picking up some stuff, dude. $1,170 there for the Ninja Gaiden Trilogy. I assume that's like personal collection one there. I assume. Shadowrun 9.2A is pushing. There are only 5 copies on the June Pop Report of Shadowrun on SNES. That's crazy.
$1,400.
And that's, I guess, why Shadowrun here is pushing its way up to $1,700. I didn't realize it was that freaking low pop. So many Super Nintendo games are so low pop, hey? Kind of wild.
Next lot. $460.
Yeah, did anyone get the Dream Course here? That Dream Course was freaking nice, Brady. That VGA 90 on that? Woo, man. That stood out to me. When I was browsing the auction, it's like, wow. $2,640 for it. Yeah, like it almost pushed the price of Dreamland 3 being a VGA 90. A testament there to the VGA 90. Shadowrun ends at $1,560. Here's SimCity 9.2A with the no rating on the box and the upside down recycle. Yeah, first production. Okay, that's all I was looking for. First production SimCity 9.2A here. Absolutely, absolutely, dude.
$900.
I know. When it's VGA 90, man, it's hard not to love it. I don't think I've ever graded a VGA 90 SNES game. I haven't graded many SNES games in general, but don't believe I've ever hit a 90 on SNES. I don't think I've ever hit a 90 on NES either. 90 is just frickin'... You basically need a case pack. SimCity pushing its way over $1,000 here.
Fair warning. $1,300. $1,400.
You let the Shadowrun go? Were you the underbidder, LOist, on Shadowrun there for 1,560? I'm a bit surprised SimCity here is still pushing. Looking for 1,680 here. Let's look at SimCity comps.
$1,500.
Does this have a hyphen in the name there? What's the issue? SimCity. Oh, it doesn't have a space. See again, SimCity here has a lot of ugly ones in there. 9.6A, last time we saw it, sold for $1,680 in July. So there we go.
$550. $600.
Sold today, $1,680. Exact same variant? Exact same variant. 9.2A just sold for the same price as 9.6A back in July. I mean, man, this auction, pretty freaking strong. Pretty freaking strong across the board, in my opinion.
$1,200.
Spider-Man 9.6A++. Because this is what it seems like a lot of the time. If I go in, if I'm checking comps on these games, a lot of the time it's like, oh man, this sold for like the exact same price as it did 4 months ago, 5 months ago, or like really damn close, or even selling for more. Which really, at this point, is all we can ask for, right? Some strong stability and like looking decent. Just a market that doesn't have a ton of fucking volatility. You can buy something and feel decent that you're not going to lose 40% the next time it hits the market.
$1,000.
I think that's all that anyone's waiting for at this point. But yeah, Spider-Man here, the animated series. 9.6A++. Amazing box art. I agree with you 100%, Hamster.
Fair warning.
9.6A++ has to be up there with like highest graded copies that exist.
Next lot. $700.
$2,280 for Spider-Man. Yeah, the market didn't continue to free fall. Huge dub, market strong. Like, it sounds dumb as fuck, Carl, but honestly, after everything loses 90%, I mean, all you want to be able to do is like even if you're not selling stuff, it still sucks to like participate in a market that's racing to zero. Like, even if you're not selling, it's like, man, do I really want to spend, you know, $2,400 on Spider-Man when the next time it comes for auction, I might lose 30% of my value immediately. Everyone just starts sitting on the sidelines. It's a downward death spiral.
Fair warning.
Star Fox is 9.4A+. 9.4A+ on good old Star Fox here. Pushing its way up to 1,800 here. We also have a Star Fox competition cartridge coming up next. SimCity was yours, Elysium. Congrats. That's a really good sale, yeah. That's fantastic. Annoyed you didn't bid higher on the F-Zero and Shadowrun? I mean, F-Zero, man. That F-Zero. Maybe I'm just too high on F-Zero, but like, what a frickin' gem that is.
Fair warning.
What a frickin' gem. I'm still yet to play F-Zero 99. I might play it tonight, actually. Is it still free? Do you just need Nintendo Online in order to play F-Zero 99? I watched a bunch of it on Twitch. It looks great. But I'm still yet to play it. Is it just free with Nintendo Online? I'll be going to my brother's house later tonight for a gaming night, so we might be able to pop in some F-Zero 99. Oh man, I said pop it in, hey? Like, fuck. That's aging me right there. Maybe able to pop it in. As if there's a cartridge or something.
Next lot.
Hello from Tijuana. Yo. Let's go, man. Welcome, welcome. Hello from Saskatchewan, Canada. Star Fox went for 2,160. Star Fox competition cartridge, 7.5 here. Pushing its way up to $3,000. Had to finish some hard work. What's the biggest win so far? I haven't won anything myself yet, Retro Habit. I haven't grabbed anything. What's the biggest item even today? I don't even know. Have we crossed the 10,000 marker on day 2 yet?
Fair warning.
I can't remember now. I feel like we haven't. But there's been some really nice stuff. Been some really nice stuff this auction, day 2 here. Star Fox competition cartridge, $3,000. Showing a little bit of stability here too. I think I sold mine for like $3,500 a year or two ago. Like my extra one I had. I had to buy another cartridge in order to get the scorecard. So then I sold off the extra cartridge and kept the scorecard. But so 7.5 graded copy for $3,000 on this is pretty right in there with market, in my opinion. Street Fighter Alpha 2, 8.58 plus. Only 3 copies graded higher out of only 11 on the pop report. Alpha 2.
Fair warning. $1,000.
Yeah, exactly. Collector psyche will just like seeing that we start hitting inflection or inversion point. And the flat line maybe starts like, you know, at least trickling like a heartbeat a bit, you know? Not just frickin' like poof, 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 poof. Lower lows every frickin' auction.
1,000.
Collector psyche definitely plays a lot into it. Like I said, it's just like no one wants to participate when the risk of losing money essentially is like 100% risk.
Fair warning.
No matter what you buy in this market, you will lose money.
Lot.
At that point, like we're just buying consumables. 8.58 plus there, 1,560 for Street Fighter Alpha 2. Here's Super Mario RPG VGA 85.
$2,200.
Man, this is one of the ones I actually wanted today. It's almost at 3,000. I would push it to 3,000, 2,700. Prior to the auction, I was hoping for 2,500. I can't. It's over 3,000 now. I can't do it. It's up to 3,300. Fuck.
$3,000.
And here we go. Now it's pushing. Now we're almost at 4,000. So it looks like I didn't have anything to worry about.
3,000.
Looks like I didn't have a darn thing to worry about.
$4,000.
Yeah, I saw that, Joe. I saw that. I wasn't in love with it either, which is why I wasn't going to push to what it should sell for, but, you know, I do want a Mario RPG.
Fair warning.
I know, Supyo, I know. Not yet, anyway.
Next
in my head, I figured it would sell for close to $4,000. In my heart, I wanted it for 2,500 to 3,000. But I also thought, Supyo, yesterday's result on RPG wasn't great. I think it was $7,600 for the 9.6 A++. So I thought, hey, maybe. You know what I mean? Hey, maybe. The bidding will be a bit soft on RPG today. But in the end, it did shoot its way up to 4,500. So Mario World 9.0 CIB for 1,920. Super Ninja Boy.
$380.
8.0 B plus, 0 copies on the pop report. This is the only graded WADA copy at this time that is known about.
$40.
8.0 B plus on Super Ninja Boy. We'll see what this one does. No, this 85 wouldn't, Supyo. I don't know if you looked at the pictures of it, but this 85 was a little bit soft around the gills.
$700.
My own guess would have been like a 9.0, 9.2 Watercross, but just based on what you could see.
Fair warning. $750.
No, I know you are. I don't know if you actually looked at it, though. Like, I actually looked closely at the RPG because it was something I was looking a bit on.
$800.
How do you have so many games, bro? I've just been doing this forever. If you're talking to me, maybe you're talking to someone else, but if you're talking to me, I've just been doing this for almost 15 years, so it just kind of snowballs, you know what I mean?
$850.
If you just do this for like 10 years, substitutes, like buying, selling, watching the market, basically treat collecting like a second job, you'll end up with a shit ton of games, man.
Fair warning.
Just kind of how it goes. You wanted that Super Mario? Why didn't you bid on it, Hopper? $2,000 doesn't even feel like a ton of money here for a Mario World 9.0 CIB.
Next lot.
Oh, it's an 8.5 box on this. Gotcha. Maybe that did. Yeah, you looked at the Alpha Mission. Exactly. Of course you did. You always got to look at the games that you actually want to buy. The Alpha Mission, I don't think has anything. Like, it did exactly what I thought it would do, Supyo, for grade. 990 on Super Ninja Boy, 8.0 B+. Super Star Wars, 9.8 A+, JVC first production. Whew. Is this top of the pop? Highest graded copy on the June pop report. Yes, 9.8 A+ first production copy.
Fair warning.
That's nice. That's real nice on Super Star Wars. Dare I say that like 3120? I think this is gonna be a great purchase. Not maybe in the short term,
$800.
but Star Wars as an IP will come back at some point, right? Like, it'll come back eventually. I think getting a first print Super Star Wars on Super Nintendo, 3120, I like it. I like it. Super Return of the Jedi, 9.6 A+, first production copy of this one as well. Tied with one other for the highest graded first production copy. Tied with one other here on Return of the Jedi as well.
Fair warning.
For highest graded.
$1,000.
How is Star Wars outperforming a first print F-Zero? Yeah, it's kind of wild, man. I think F-Zero did beat it by $200 though. Let's see Super Star Wars here.
Next lot. $420.
Super Star Wars has never sold a first print above 9.6 A+. Well, of course, I guess. There's only 198, right? Yeah, this is the only 9.8 that exists. 17 pop on the first prints. 9.6 A+, 1 year ago, 1 year and a half. Sold for $11,400 at an April signature 1.5 years ago. So you just got the highest graded copy today for what, $3,000? 25% of what a 9.6 A+ sold for a year and a half ago? Like, I mean, fuck, I don't know. Call me crazy. I think this is a great purchase on Super Star Wars. Great purchase.
$900.
If I had more money, if I had a fuck ton of money, I'd be buying some Star Wars. Super Star Wars there, Return of the Jedi, 1140 for the 9.6 A+ first print. Super Street Fighter 2, 85 plus.
$1,000. Fair warning.
Cristiano, you grabbed the Super Mario World. Let's go, dude. In here chatting and buying some stuff. Yeah, I was surprised it didn't get more bids. It just didn't feel that expensive for a Super Mario World. Unless the price of Super Mario World CIB has been actually coming down, but I mean, I doubt it. I can't see it. It's always been expensive. Always has been expensive.
$750.
Super Street Fighter 2, 85 plus goes for $1,170 there. Super Turrican 2, 9.0 A plus. Ernie, welcome to the Greg Gang. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Welcome, welcome in. May you have my respect.
Next lot.
Super Turrican 2 goes for $900 there. 9.0 A plus. Is that a deal on Turrican 2? Is that a deal there on Turrican 2? $900? What the hell does a CIB cost these days? Greg, been following you for a while. It's great to see the love you're getting as of late. Are you still a janitor, by the way? That's all you remember? I am not. I haven't been a janitor for, 7 years maybe? It's been a while since I did any janitor stuff.
Fair warning.
You probably remember that from one of my early videos where I was talking about the past. I was a janitor for a long time, but I haven't done it for a long time too. Thankfully. It's not bad being a janitor. Janitor's a pretty cozy gig depending on what you're doing.
Warning.
Ultima, the Black Gate, 9.0 A plus went for $750. Yoshi's Safari, 9.6 A plus.
$600.
Did you miss a bargain on the Street Fighter 2? Really? The Super Street Fighter 2 for $1,120?
Fair warning.
Super Turrican 2 legit CIB price, maybe double. Yeah, that's what I thought, Supyo, man. 900 feels crazy for a factory sealed Turrican 2.
$1,200.
Ultima the Blackgate 9.0 A plus for $750. Yoshi's Safari for $660. This is interesting. They split the Nintendo powers this time around. So they have the Super Nintendo powers with the Super Nintendo games. That is interesting. We'll see how this plays out. Super Mario World, Nintendo Power, 9.8. None higher. I really hope people didn't think that, like, Nintendo Power ended earlier. You know what I mean? And then they just left the auction. That would be my concern with splitting them up, but 9.8. 1 in 9.8, none higher. Super Mario World. Arguably one of the best covers you can probably buy.
Fair warning.
I mean, hey, it's got the dolphins on it, right? How could the cover get any better? What are those dolphins called in Mario World? Are they just called dolphins with dumb spelling? That seems like a Mario thing to do. Call them like dolphins with an F.
Fair warning.
Flippers? What are they? What's their name? Someone give me the name on those guys.
$800.
I need the name on those damn dolphins.
$1,000.
And this is pushing. We're up over $2,000 here.
Fair warning.
What do I do now? Just this substitutes. Like this is everything. This is what I do. YouTube stuff, consulting stuff. Yeah, back when I had my Chadley hair, exactly. This is what I do these days, substitutes. Buy, sell video games, cover the auctions. This is my life. 2,280 Mario World Nintendo Power. This is the only 9.8 that exists, substitutes. So there is no prior sale on this one. Here's a 9.2 now, so you will get to see a 9.2 compared to a 9.8. 2,280 for the Pop 198. The 9.2 copy brought in just shy of $600, $576. Hamster, I don't know if your thing popped up yet. They're just called dolphins, really?
Thanks for doing this, Greg. I think this is such a boon for the community.
There it is, Hamster. There it is, man. Much appreciated, dude, for the 20 there. I mean, I think it's a good thing for the community, too. I mean, I love what I do, right? Like, that's the biggest thing. I wouldn't be able to sit here for over 3 hours just watching video games sell if I didn't love this, so it's good for me, it's good for you guys. It's just, it's great. It's great. I'm glad that this space exists. Pretty darn special. 576 for the Nintendo Power there, Super Mario World. Into the Link to the Past book, 9.8. Whew. I can't see the quick pop report notes on it here.
Fair warning.
3. There are 3 9.8s, none higher.
Next lot.
Most of these you'll never get higher than a 9.8. I assume it's like basically impossible to get a 9.8. So 1,560 on the Nintendo Power 34.
170.
Nintendo Power number 38. Street Fighter. What the heck are you talking about here? Cristiano, the SMW CIB. You had a 2,400 bid on it. Yeah, there we go. So
$260.
always really nice when you get it prior to your, or underneath your max. Just saw you had a Patreon. I'm going to cancel the membership and sub there. Hey, I appreciate it, Ernie. If you do that, I appreciate it greatly, man. Doesn't matter. Subscribe, YouTube, the Patreon. The YouTube, I think, is the, I have set much cheaper than the Patreon. I think YouTube's $3, isn't it still? I think. You can become a member of this wonderful community for only $3. Doesn't get any better than that, folks.
$320.
I can't believe they're just called dolphins in Mario World. I am incredibly disappointed. Incredibly disappointed by that. You wish you weren't too cheap for these Kid Icarus Game Boy games, but you are. What do we have? 9.68 plus and 85 plus? Damn. Yeah, those are nice. Those are both nice coming up there. Entering into Game Boy right away here. People are slow rolling the Street Fighter 2 Nintendo Power magazine.
Fair warning.
That's a top 10 Mario World CIB there. Whew.
Next lot.
AK, I do not stream on multiple platforms at this time. I do have a Twitch channel, but like I don't use it for anything at this point. But I do have a Twitch channel. Should I have the Twitch and the Kick multi-stream going? Is that the future?
Fair warning.
Live on Twitch, live on Kick, live on YouTube. Nintendo Power here, number 41, Super Mario Kart 9.2. I love I love the cover on this. And very, very weirdly, there's only 2 in 9.2 and none higher. Why is no one grading this magazine? Send in your Nintendo Power number 41. If you have a mint copy of this, you can get the highest graded copy. All you need is 9.4. $600 for the 9.2 there. $384 for Street Fighter 2. Nintendo Power number 47, 9.2 grade.
$160.
Your buddy won the Teen GTA. Let's go. Yeah, that's cool.
$180.
You're not into buying graded games, but you still like to watch and learn? Don't ask me why. I assume you do, like, normal collecting, don't you, Danny? Like, I assume if you're watching this, you still are someone who collects video games in general.
$60.
You did buy 2 games, but you resold them? Didn't hit any corners for you? That's good. Good for you to realize it's not for you and, like, not just become a hoarder. In Dr. Mario World 2019, a mobile game, you could play as a dolphin.
$30.
That is unreal. You got yourself the Nintendo Power mags a few months ago. Love reading them and going back to your childhood. Love the cover on Volume 28. The only thing you have from back then is the Zelda map from Volume 1.
$34.
We did not have any Nintendo Power mags growing up. None.
$55.
I have, like, very little nostalgia for Nintendo Power, actually, which kind of sucks.
$60.
Like, I wish they mattered more to me. I have bought a couple magazines, like, in the past year, just because they're really cool, but I don't have a huge nostalgic pull towards Nintendo Power. I think I was just a little bit too young for them. Born in 93,
$80.
you know, I wasn't reading until like 99, 2000 probably. I don't know. I think I just missed it by a few years.
$110. $120. $130.
What? That's incorrect. There are higher grades. You're talking about the Mario 2 one there. Heritage is giving us the bad information.
Fair warning. $150.
I don't know what the hell this is showing me.
$160.
Star Fox there. Nintendo Power 47 went for $300. Nintendo Power 48 is a 9.0 here with Batman Returns. His face looks a bit fucky on the cover of this. I don't know why.
$170.
It almost looks like he's it almost looks like the guy is like being told to make a Batman face, like the face you make when you try to talk like Batman. That's what his actor looks like he's doing here. He's like making the Batman face. It's the first thing I saw.
$300.
You're a hoarder, but not a graded hoarder. Fair. Yeah, so what did the 9.8 one there sold
Fair
for?
warning.
Yeah, why? What the heck? Why? That? What a...
Next lot.
That sucks when the description's wrong there, Time Capsule.
$850.
That's tough, so never mind on Nintendo Power 41 here. Higher grades exist. Never mind. $600 for the 9.2. Mario RPG Strategy Guide is 9.4. It says that there are none higher. Only one in 9.4. This should be the highest graded copy of Mario RPG Player's Guide.
Fair warning.
Should be the highest graded copy right here. 9.4 on this.
$950.
I like your Charizard. What are you talking about, Gabula? Would you like my Charizard?
Fair warning. $1,000.
I'm glad you guys saw that little zoom in on the corner there. Nintendo Player's Guide for this one. Player's Guide. It is a strategy guide. I'm glad you saw that zoom in there. I don't know how these books are graded.
Fair warning.
But even in the small thing, I just noticed that corner was a little bit fucky. Which is why I wanted to zoom in on that. But I don't know how books are graded. Oh, you... This one. Jeez, I forget about it. This little Charizard. I've had this little guy since I was a kid.
$1,300.
Yeah, that's an awesome little Charizard there. I can't believe you like made that out. That is very small on the camera there. That would have to be the only flaw on it. That's what I assume too, HW. I don't know. It looks pretty nice otherwise, I think. I mean, it would just be like we're just looking for edging and stuff, right? It's probably over here, a little bit of edge. I was going to say edging again, but I figured I shouldn't. Corner bump over here. But I don't know how nice a 9.4 should be. Like, there's 9.4 graded games, too, that kind of, you know, have obvious damage to them. So, it's not a perfect grade. I just don't know where. Oh, would I rather collect MPs or strategy guides? Probably, fuck, I'd probably lean towards strategy guides, honestly, Junk. I would probably lean towards strategy guides. Obviously, only specific ones, but, like, I'd probably lean towards strategy guides. We had more of those growing up than we did actual Nintendo Powers. Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge, 9.4A+. What did we have yesterday? Didn't we have a Belmont's yesterday as well? I can't remember what the grade was on it now. And yeah, the Mario RPG guide, 9.4, should be the single highest copy sold for $1,560. Also, Peach is in a purple dress. I didn't even notice that. That's kind of odd. I don't know if that's just like shadowing or something, but like, yeah, in a purple dress there. That's odd. Looks weird. Why is Suikoden on my stream? Why is this here? Get rid of that. Belmont's Revenge is pushing up over 2,000 here, over 2,500, and 85 plus yesterday. That's what it was. 85 plus yesterday. Yeah, edging, you say. Yes, exactly, HW. Stay off the hub. It's family stream in here. 85 yesterday, did around 4,000. What do they do with strategy guides that came wrapped in plastic? I'm pretty sure you have to open them, Dukter. I do not think that CGC grades any kind of magazines and stuff inside the plastic. I think you have to take it out, and then they actually grade the magazine. I'm pretty sure. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong on that. $2,640 for the 9.4A+. Yesterday, an 85 plus sold for $3,800. Really? The 85 plus outsold this by frickin' $1,200, eh? That's kind of crazy to me. $650. 9.4A plus versus 85 plus. That's generally what a lot of people say is, you know, a fair comparison. A big difference in price. Day 1 versus day 2 as well, but
fair warning.
Game gallery, game and watch gallery, sorry, 9.6A++.
Next lot.
$780 for the 9.6A++. Joe and Mac on Game Boy. Wow, big Joe and Mac day, showing up on all the consoles. 9.2A here. This is what you're talking about. Belmont's Revenge just took a dive. Yeah, the market is still dead. You are correct, HW. I think that's just straight up a day 1 versus day 2 type thing. Day 1 versus day 2.
Fair warning.
No, they don't compare 9.48 plus to 85 plus. Yeah. VGA Copium crowd over there. The VGA Copium crowd over there. I'm pretty sure my latest 85 plus crossed right to 9.48 plus. That was N64. I didn't cross it myself, but the person I sold it to. 85 plus to 9.48 plus. That was N64. My last 85 GameCubes up, yo. Like, I will give you, my last 85 GameCube crossed to 9.6A plus. So, you know, take it for what it is. N64 is the worst VGA to cross? Really? That's the first I've heard of that, Hamster. First I've heard of that. Yeah, we're finally in Game Boy here, Simon Space. We got a couple Pokemons. We have a Pokemon Red prototype. I think we have a Pokemon Silver prototype as well. Yeah, Pokemon Silver prototype coming up as well. Game Boy and Game Boy Color here is some really nice stuff. And there's some really cool Pokemon banners too. These are the big promotional banners for Pokemon Red and Blue, as well as this one for the link cable. But these are framed before they have the... like,
fair warning.
The actual banner has stitching at the top, and then you put a wooden dowel through it so you can hang it. But this banner here has not had that done. So this is like... I don't even know how you'd explain it. It's like it didn't have all the steps done to it. This is like pre-ready to be made out into the world. I guess, I don't know, would you call it not a prototype of it, but like it doesn't have all the shit you need still in order to make it go, to make it go to the retail setting yet. Yeah, virgin, like, I don't know what word you'd use for it, but
Fair warning.
Joe and Mac went for $1,000. Kid Icarus, $1,980 for the 9.6A plus. 85 plus is the 85 plus. The 85 plus is selling for more than the 9.6A plus. Everybody! Everybody! The VGA copy is outselling the WATA copy. 85 plus. This is actually fucking nutty. The 9.6A plus went for 1,980. This is going for 3,000 here for the 85 plus. I'm pretty positive they're the exact same variant. It's a Heritage Miracle. Yeah, I'm pretty positive those are exact same variant there. $1,980 versus $2,880. Yeah, pre-production is probably the best way to put it there, Genesis. That's probably the best way to actually put it. Pre-production. Pokemon Blue 8.5A plus Sandshrew print here. Only, I was about to say, only looking for 2,600 still on it. You know that is right. I think that gap is too big, Supyo, personally. That's a big gap in my opinion.
Fair warning.
You were hoping the VGA would go cheaper, but it shot up pretty quick. Yeah, before the auction, I also would have said the 9.6 would just sell for more. But hey, today the 85 plus won in a big way. Pokemon Blue 8.5A plus for 2,640. Pokemon Red. I couldn't think of it. 9.2A plus later print here. Charizard going for 3,120. Holy shit! I think I need to buy myself a sealed later print here on Pokemon Red. That's like kind of affordable.
$500.
This is kind of affordable right here.
1,000.
Yeah, that's the place up, yo. You turn your 85s into 9.6s and then you cash out, baby. That's the place up, yo. Pokemon Red uncertified prototype.
$800.
So what does that? I don't know what that says on it. It doesn't say anything about the prototype itself. I can't add any information to it for you guys. The write-up just talks about Pokemon Red being fucking awesome. But prototype here for Pokemon Red.
Fair warning.
I just don't know enough about prototypes to even like offering you anything. You know what I mean? 2,160 there for it. Pokemon Yellow VGA 85 copy here. White, first production Pokemon Yellow VGA 85. How much do I think the silver prototype will sell for? Probably close to the same price as the red one. Probably not. If this one for 2,100, the silver one, I don't know, 1,300. But the silver one might be more special. I just don't know enough about them.
2,400.
Yo, Larson, welcome. Good to see you in here, man. 85 plus equals WATA 10, yes. Everyone knows it. Pokemon Yellow 85 there went for 3,120. Here's Pokemon Yellow first print again, 9.2A++. So obviously the 85 is a far superior copy. The fact that we are seeing this 9.2A++, it's going to outsell it. I don't know. How would you explain that, Supyo? That's just got to be dumb bidders, right? The bidders don't even know. They don't even know, Supyo. They don't know VGA is better in every single way. 3,240 for the 9.2++, 3,120 for the 85.
$1,900.
Pick your poison there on the first Prince Pokemon Yellow. Very close between the two of them. Super Mario Land 6 golden coins, VGA 90 copy of this. Oof, that is nice. Man, this is like, again, did we have one of these day one? This like just strikes me as a day one game. Didn't we have the freaking VGA 95 Player's Choice Mario Land day one? How the heck didn't this thing make it onto day one? VGA 90 here, Mario Land 2. Pushing its way up to $2,800.
$600. $2,800.
Have we heard anything from Frank about the prototype program at WATA? It's been so long you're kind of skeptical it will happen again? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, actually. How do we think Farouk is doing today?
Fair warning.
Yeah, asking the real questions, Larson. We need an update on Farouk. Yeah, wonder how he's going. That's the real questions here. But no, I haven't heard anything about the WADA prototype, about all of that. The last thing I heard, which just was a while ago now, but it's just the last thing I even came across.
Next lot.
Was D-Rob, D-Rob complaining about like how long it took.
$360.
But that was probably, I don't know, 6 months ago already, maybe even longer. Do they even still certify prototypes? Like, I genuinely don't know. Where's WADA at with that? The VGA 90, Mario Land 2, yeah, 3,300. That's a beauty of a game right there. Swamp Thing on the Game Boy. Wow, Swamp Thing showing up on NES and Game Boy. That's crazy. 8.5A plus here, CGC copy. Just as rare on Game Boy as it is on NES. Fuck, probably more rare on Game Boy, to be honest.
$600.
Only our second time offering it, highest grade of 2. Or, sorry, highest grade of 2 offered at Heritage. I don't know the actual pop report. But really rare on here.
$700.
What's a comparable grade with the VGA 90? Have the N64, Bad Fur Day, WADA 9.6A++, but I see there's a 90 before it. Yeah, 9.6A++ is comparable.
Fair warning. $750.
That's comparable to a VGA 90. I mean, it could go 9.8, it could go 9.6, but if you have a 90, you'd really hope that it doesn't go 9.4. So... yeah, like you wouldn't, anything 9698 A++, A+ is where you're gonna hope to land. They stopped certifying them like 15 months ago. Shit, well there you go. So yeah, I guess nothing's happening with the WADA prototype stuff. That's a shame. It was a good thing. That was a good thing. Let's see how close this 1080 gets to yesterday's price. Based on this price, yesterday's already seems like a deal. Yeah, yesterday's was weird, man. I think that game should have exploded, Hamster. I think the
$650.
I think the Bomberman 64 should have sold for more too, honestly. I know I meme on WADA 10s, but like I just think it should have sold for more. Swamp Thing, $930 there, 8.5A plus. Factory case of 6, Donkey Kong Land 3, factory, a graded factory sealed case of 6. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, I don't know. A graded factory case is just, it is kind of silly to me. Kind of silly to me, but... dye, I actually don't know the answer to that. 83% versus 100% fiber. I don't know which one is earlier, more valuable. That is something not a lot of people talk about at all at this time. 83% fiber versus 100% fiber. Does anyone know, like, if it's definitive, one is earlier?
Next lot.
You almost bought it, you're gonna let it go? I mean, I think you can crack this open. Is there money there? $900 in this? Can you crack this open? What does a Donkey Kong Land 3 sell for these days? Surely it's a couple $100, right? Surely. You would have cracked it open? Yeah, I figured as much. It's a VGA 95 on this Game Boy camera as well. That's kind of nutty. Sells for $960 there. Yellow Game Boy camera. So here's the Pokemon Red Blue promotional banner. I'm just going to go fucking grab it. Give me 1 second.
Fair one. $1,000. $1,100.
Let me just show you guys here. It's way easier if I just show you this, actually. This is what I'm talking about. See this top piece right here? All the stitching and stuff? This is not yet on this copy that's being sold. So this is where the wooden dowel goes in.
Next
and then you hang it with this string. These 2 copies being sold right here do not have that. So they're like pre-finished. They don't have this stitching and stuff. Which I don't know if that's a good thing, a bad thing. It's just like, it's way easier for me to explain that if I just fucking show you.
$500.
Pretty cool.
$600.
Really, really cool.
$700. $750.
We need a room tour. No idea you own that. Yeah, usually I have it hanging behind Mario, but I've had it in the kitchen for a while right now. Secretly bidding off screen, pumping the value. I'd love to get this one too here. So these are like framed. These are framed right now. Is how they have them. Which is pretty freaking neat.
$2,400.
Yeah, these are framed right now is how they have them, Thane. And these aren't even, like, these aren't posters. These are, they're like that heavier vinyl material. If you guys are familiar. Like the Zelda, yeah, you guys can't see it, but the Zelda one beside me is the same material. It's like a heavier plastic vinyl. They aren't just posters. Zelda DX 85 plus holo strip. Is this, we had the 9.8 yesterday, right? I believe we had the 9.8 yesterday. 870 for this one, 1,320 for this one.
Next lot.
Pumping the sign value.
$800, $900, $1,000.
Which one did you just win, Monty? The case? Did you win the case pack, Monty, of the the Donkey Kong Land 3? I greatly look forward to how that goes for you. Zelda Link's Awakening Legend. Oh my God, Link's Awakening DX goes for $3,600. Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages 9.6 A plus foil print. Very, very nice on this one.
$1,600.
Didn't yesterday they had frickin' a non-foil version on the day one signature, if I'm not mistaken? I think. Greg, your story about your background, did you know Tim Atwood's story? I believe he was also a janitor and he was working at a large department store that was going to throw out all those games. That could have been your story. Cinematic, almost like Goodwill Hunting. Goodwill Game Hunting. Oh, God. Who knew? Who knew? The rise of Tim Atwood 2.0 here.
$700.
$2,000 here for the 9.6 A plus foil print. And the 9.4 A plus foil print of Oracle of Seasons as well.
$800. $850. $900. $950. $1,000.
Don't care. I had to see what you were looking at, Simon, here for the Pokemon Silver prototype. Yeah, don't care. Not interested. Don't care.
Fair warning.
Pokemon Silver.
$1,100.
German? What does that word say there? I wish I knew more about prototypes. Oh, it is German. Shit, that is what it says. Uncertified German prototype. Yeah, so I have no idea what this will sell for now. I didn't realize it was a German prototype. That just like I have no freaking clue. Oracle of Seasons, though, the 9.4 A plus is pushing. Still going here, looking for 1,440. Yeah, bust open that case and we can all buy a copy, Monty. Don't auction them, don't grade them. Just sell them raw to all your good collector buddies. I'll take a DK Land 3. It's a cool game.
Next lot. $550.
You have a sealed Legacy of Darkness.
$600.
I played that game growing up, HW. I don't know if it was actually good or not. I was pretty young when I played it. It was hard as fuck. But Legacy of Darkness is cool. I have a lot of nostalgia for that game. It didn't seem like a bad game.
Next lot.
I know Castlevania 64 gets a bad rep, but
$600.
$660 for the silver prototype. The 85 plus went for 3.6K. What do I think of that compared to yesterday's 9.8 A plus or 7.8? I think that
$700.
I think it's kind of a small gap between the two grades. Like it's only double 85 plus versus 9.8 A plus, only double. I don't know if that means the 7.8 one is overpriced or the 85 plus is, like, you know what I mean? I don't know which one's over or underpriced, but I'm surprised the gap in value isn't further, is what I would say. We can look up comps, though. We'll get some comps for you going here in just a sec. See what else is sold.
$850.
Let's take a peek here. N64 is just about to start right now.
Fair warning.
Hopefully we can get this comp in here on Legends of Zelda Link's Awakening DX.
$1,000.
85 plus foil, $2,880 back in April 2023. Yeah, 15,600. When was this? That was
Fair
July
warning.
23, though. Shit, man. So if you compare against the 9.8 A++ for
Next
15,000, yeesh, wow. Made in Japan foil
$3,000.
9.4 A+ for 2,880. That was in 2021. I would say,
Fair warning.
based on all of the comp data I see here
Next
for
lot.
foil prints, that it's actually kind of a high price.
$1,300.
What do you think, sup, yo?
$1,400.
$3,600? Like, it's not cheap. It was competitive. That was competitive bidding right there. I can't sit here and say like, oh man, I think you got a great deal. Like, it was competitive. I don't think you like grossly overpaid or anything, but you paid market for it for sure. Based on the data I see, I think you paid market for sure. Nice game. Like, don't get me wrong. I would love to own one myself. Just, I don't think it was a snag or anything. Just, you bought a good game and you paid for it. And that's how a lot of good games are going to be. Like, if you want good shit, you're not often just going to steal it or anything, so.
Fair warning.
Yeah, Supyo likes the deal, so there you go.
Next lot.
1080 snowboarding, 3,360 for the 9.4 A+. Did it get any live bids? I didn't even see. I was looking away. Did 1080 get live bids or not? 3,300 there. Banjo Tooie 85 plus going for 2,200. Castlevania 9.6 A++, highest graded copy that they've ever offered here at Heritage. Damn, that's crazy. For some reason I feel like more of these exist out there, but maybe not. 9.6 A++. Castlevania 64.
Fair warning.
Ghetto, you won the banner. We're banner buddies. Let's go. That's huge. Those banners are super freaking cool, man. Congrats. Those are really neat. Those are going to look fantastic once you get them hung up. Or the blue one, I assume you won. Once you get that hung up, it's going to look awesome.
Fair warning. $1,300. $1,400.
Rick, did you actually buy both of the Pokemon Protos? Like, did you actually? I don't know if you're memeing or not. I don't know enough about the prototypes to even give you an opinion, man. It's just somewhere where, like so much of the information and data is, like, anecdotal or based on what you've seen in the past and stuff that, like, I just don't even know for the prototypes. I don't know if these are... I just don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, you actually bought them? That's cool.
Fair warning.
That is cool. I think it would go a long fucking way if WADA opens back up prototype certification. That's me, right? Like, I'm a filthy ass casual. I think there's a ton of value in these actually being certified and encased and stuff. But if that does open up again and you can get these into some, like, cases and verified and stuff, I think it would go a long, long, long way to their value. Cool pickups, though. Very unique items. Castlevania 64 is pushing up a lot.
Next lot.
Castlevania 64 went for 2,640, actually. It started off kind of low there, but it did get some love in the end. 2,640. Not too shabby at all on that. Here's Conker's VGA 90. Beautiful copy of Conker's.
$1,900.
Conker's is another game where, like, I would like to own a copy because it's Conker's Bad Fur Day. You know, like, it's Conker's. It's really cool. It's rare. It's kooky. But, like, I don't actually have any nostalgia or connection to Conker's. Like, I would buy Banjo-Kazooie or Mario 64, DK 64. Like, there's a lot of games I would rather purchase before Conker's. Conker's is cool, but, like, I don't actually, like... You know what I mean?
$2,600.
Conker's is super overrated as a game IMO. You know, I wasn't going to go that far, Hamster. I wasn't. But I don't think it's a hot take to say that. I don't think that's that hot of a take. I think people act like that's a hot take.
$1,400.
I don't know, man. 2,880 for Conker's.
$1,600.
I was thinking it. I was.
$700.
But
$1,800.
2,880 for the VGA 90. We'll see what the 9.6 A++ does here. Yeah, it's still Conker's Bad Fur Day. Like, don't get me wrong. It's fucking Conker's. Like, it's always going to sell well. It's always going to sell for a good amount of money here. people truly like Conkers has over the years. I feel like Conkers has only become more and more beloved. Cult classic, you know what I mean? The VGA 90 sold for $2,880. We need a couple more bids here on the 9.6 A++ to tie that. These are quite comparable. Like, I know next some people might argue it, but like VGA 90 versus 9.6 A++, those are pretty darn comparable. So the 90 does edge it out though by $480. Donkey Kong 64, speak of the devil here. And hey, other people agree with me. DK64 85 plus here is passing the VGA 90 Conkers. Almost $3,000 here. Over $3,000. Let's go. The Kongs are here to party. The Kongs are here to party. Almost $3,600 on the 85 plus here.
Fair warning.
Oh, DK64 is fantastic. It's funny that DK64, as more time passes, like, I feel like everyone shits on DK64 now. For being like, too big, backtracking, bad game, like, you know? Conkers, it feels like everyone is like, oh, Conkers, oh, it's so fantastic. And like DK64 is falling in the ranks as more time passes. 3,840 for DK. $3,840 for DK, $2,880 for the VGA 90 Conkers. Yeah, did I buy the Conkers after shitting on it? The ultimate betrayal. Killer Instinct Gold, VGA 85. Early production without the logo on it. Shit.
Fair warning.
Have they offered it before? Without the Rareware logo? I'm not sure if they have. Sold for $3,360. That's a VGA 85 there on KI Gold. KI Gold was the game you wanted? Fuck, man. $3,360 is a lot for that. Like, that did not go under the radar at all. Shoot, man. You have some expensive taste, Carl. DK64, no. I wouldn't say it's buggy if you're a casual. Like actual speedrunning for DK64, you can just like walk through walls and shit. You can do some really buggy stuff. But if you're a filthy casual playing DK64, the game is like pretty, it's pretty, you know, it's pretty held together. I don't think you'd notice anything.
$800.
But yeah, speedrunning it, you can tear this game apart. Here's Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards, 85 plus.
Fair warning.
Like DK64 any percent I think is 26 minutes.
$3,200.
I'm pretty sure. So that should tell you all you need to know. Kirby 64 and the Crystal Shards is pumping though. 85 plus is going over $4,000. Okay. We might have to check some comps here on Kirby. I'm surprised to see it going so darn high.
Fair warning.
This is kind of nutty.
Next
wow, hey?
$1,700.
Sold for $4,000 on Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. Kirby 64 is rare high grade? I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure the first time we saw it, Supyo, was at Clink.
$1,900
for Kirby. Where I think it was a Kirby 64 or an 85 plus that sold really strong, if I remember correctly. 85 plus at Clink. Yeah, that was the first time we saw a big one, Supyo. February 2022. Sold for $3,600. So this Kirby 64 sale, at what did it go for? $3,600?
Warning.
4,000. This is the highest. No, it's not. Fuck. It was close. It was close. Almost the highest sale we've ever seen on this game. Only beaten by a 9.4 A++ April 22. 5,700.
Fair warning.
So there we go. Yeah. 19 graded on the pop report.
Next
lot. The highest we've ever seen an 85 plus sell for, though.
$650.
Kind of crazy there for Kirby. Kind of crazy.
$750.
Ocarina of Time 9.0 A plus 2,280 there for 9.0 A plus.
$900.
That is lower than the price I paid for mine, I think.
$950.
Ah, fuck it. I need to upgrade. I need to upgrade real bad. I need to upgrade my copy of Zelda.
$1,100.
That 9.0 is a gift? Are you saying it doesn't deserve a 9.0, or are you saying it went for a good price? Well, that Clink comp is like a year and a half ago, though, Supyo, keep in mind. That Clink comp there is going back pretty far. That's back in February 2022. That's like almost 2 full years ago, man. $3,600. It's kind of crazy that Kirby's held up that well since February 2022.
Fair warning.
Kind of nuts.
1,000.
The 9.0 Ocarina was hideous. Oh god. Mario Golf $1,320 for 8.5A plus. Mario Party 2 9.8 with an A seal rating.
Fair warning. $1,600.
Check some old Clink comps and compare to now, they held up a lot. Well, that would imply that the Clink comps sold low, though, Supyo, no?
Fair warning.
Like, that would mean that everyone was stealing stuff at Clink 2 years ago.
$600.
Because most stuff, if you just compare Heritage to Heritage over a 2-year span, like...
$800.
Yeah, not all. But you know what I mean. Like, in general, over a 2-year span. Yeah, we all were. Yeah, well, that too. Stealing stuff from Clink. That was the good old days.
$750.
Mario Party 2, 9.48 plus or $900. The 9.8A doubles it at $1,800. Mario Party 3, 8.5A plus. We, like, hardly ever see Mario Party 3, actually. I was surprised. Yeah, 23 on the pop report. Oh, 23 of this variant, sorry. But either way, we don't see a lot of Mario Party 3 come up. It clicked to me. When I saw it at auction, it was like, shit, we don't see this one that often. But you've been standing up this entire auction and your glutes are tight. I think I like to hear that. I think that's exactly what I like to hear. That's good. That's good. Is the upcoming stadium a first or second print? I don't know. I don't know, Flux. I think it's what? Isn't this 83% versus 100% on this with fibers? Or what differentiates Pokemon Stadium for first and second? It's a recycled amount, isn't it? I just don't know. That's what I was saying with the other guy there who asked about the 83 versus 100% fibers. I don't know. I think it's recycled amount on Pokemon Stadium, isn't it?
$50.
I don't fucking remember.
900, 1,000.
There's a horsey next to the screenshot on the left, then it's second print. If there's a horsey next to the screenshot on the left, what?
$300.
If there's a horsey next to the... What did you check about? If there's a horsey next to the screenshot on the left. I mean, I don't see a horsey. Does that mean this is a first print? If there's a Machamp, it's first. Where the fuck's a Machamp? Where are you looking?
$700.
Machamp or horsey? Bottom screenshot next to... Oh, you're looking like right here. It's horsey. Horsey's hiding right there. That is crazy, man. Holy shit. Yeah, horsey is hiding right there. So that is a... What'd you say? If there's a horsey there... If there's horsey, then it's second print. So that's a second print stadium. Jesus Christ, man. Where'd you see that info, Flux? Mario Party 3 sold for $1,200. Paper Mario, 9.6A plus. Really nice copy there.
Fair warning.
Pushing its way up over $2,000. Yeah, where did you see that info, Flux? I'm not even sure I'm aware of that.
$400. $2,600.
Do I have a cardio day? I do not. I do not have a cardio day. How does that make you feel, Simon? Does that make you feel good or bad about me?
Fair warning. $2,008, $3,000.
We don't do cardio around here. We do not get our steps.
$3,400.
You just noticed that one day the fiber percent can also be used, but you just look for Machamp? Yeah, that sounds way easier. Just looking for horsey, or I need to write that down. Fuck.
Fair warning.
Horsey equals second. That is crazy.
Next lot. $1,000.
If I write it down, I'm way more likely to remember that in the future.
1,100, 1,200.
Paper Mario pushes its way up to almost $4,000 actually. Yeesh. You want that Paper Mario so bad? Yeah, it's a beauty. Paper Mario's a beauty. Mario Party 3 for $1,200. I do want to do price check on that actually. The Stadium is up for auction right now that we were just yapping about. 8.08 plus. Oh, how did I get to Mario Party 1? The fuck just happened?
1,000.
Mario Party 3, 8.58 plus, last sold last year for $1,642. Yeah, we just don't see Mario Party 3. We've only seen it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in the past 4 years. That's it. At major auction houses, 7 frickin' times on Mario Party 3. That's crazy. So last saw the same exact grade sell for $1,600 last year. Today, $1,200. Holding up pretty decent, but like, man, we don't see Mario Party 3 at all. Stadium is pushing its way up over $3,000 here. You don't do cardio either? Yeah, don't need it. Don't need it.
Fair warning.
Don't need it.
Next lot.
No cardio, Greg. No intense cardio like 40-yard dash or sled pushes, weight, Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Literally none HW. The only cardio I get is like working out with intensity. That's it. Like I'll be sweating in the gym, make no doubt about it, but no cardio. $30,100. Why are you guys saying the Stadium was ugly? I actually didn't think the Stadium looked that bad. Like I looked at it prior to the auction because it's a game I would like to buy at some point. I didn't really see much on it that I was like, oh, that's really ugly. Like it looked like like an 85 to me. Resident Evil 85 plus. Resident Evil 2, sorry. $1,200 there.
$500.
You just do like 10-15 minutes in the beginning of your workout to get the heart pumping. Yeah, that's what I really should do. Honestly, I usually walk in, do like 1, maybe 2 warm-up sets, and like we're fucking into it. You know, I want to be in and out of the gym in like an hour.
$400.
You know. Resident Evil 2, 85 plus one for $1,200 there. Star Fox 64, 85. Does edging count as cardio? Just sitting there sweating. Wow. That must be some really good edging there. Star Fox Big Box, 85. This is a family stream, Carl.
Fair warning.
85 Star Fox Big Box.
Next lot.
Goes for $2,880. Man.
$800.
Like, am I crazy? This N64 stuff, like these 85s going for $3,000.
$3,200.
Isn't that like pretty fucking good for these? Here's an 85 Mario 64. We'll see what this does. VGA 85 Mario 64. Looking forward. Nah, we're still under $4,000 here.
Fair. $3,400.
You play basketball on the side, do a lot of that, want to keep your old ass in shape without tearing an Achilles? Yeah, well, I feel that too. You see, you can never tear an Achilles if you just don't do anything like cardio based, you know? That's the secret, HW. Like weightlifting and stuff is just very slow, you know? Yeah, Mario Party 1 and 3 absolutely are not easy to find. Agreed. Low pop games.
Fair warning.
You were going to go for this Mario? Yeah, watching it go up to what? Oh my gosh.
$600.
We just got another little flurry of bids there immediately. Wow, looking for $5,500 now on Mario 64. Looking for $5,500 now.
Fair warning.
Yeah, shoot. I don't think I'm winning anything today either. I think I am not doing anything either. This is more than the past sale. Yeah. Let's take a peek.
$4,800.
Oh my god. You guys are seeing how dog shit my mouse aim is here. VGA 85 last sold May. 4,920.
Fair warning.
Last time we saw 9.2A plus 6,000. That was in August.
Next lot.
9.2A plus 7,800. That was in July.
$400.
So, I mean, 9.0A plus 5,500 in May. What'd this go for? 5,500. I mean, yeah, that's right in there. That is right in there for pricing. Higher than the last
Next
85 and like just below the last 9.2s. 9.28 plus 6,000, 9.28 plus 7,800. What CGC had? Nothing. So, yeah.
$2,800.
Not too shabby on the Mario 64 there. Again, right? Like super competitive. Just super competitive bidding. I think that's the theme of this auction today. Or this signature in general, sorry. Just really fucking competitive.
$3,000.
You want your second game, Mario 64? Imran, you grabbed the Mario 64, dude. I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
Fair warning.
This is really like, you know, one where I'm like, fuck, I really should have bought a Mario 64. Like, it pains me that I don't own one. It pains me that I don't own one. I'm such a big N64 guy, but like, I went down the rabbit hole of buying the rare N64 games, like International Superstar Soccer and like, oh my god, Super Bowling. And I never bought like frickin' Mario 64. A lot of other ones too, right? But man, oh man, I kick myself for not owning one of these. 5,500. The 8.5A plus goes for 3,300. Mario 64, 9.0 CIB.
1,100.
9.0 CIB goes for 780 there. Yeah, Worms Armageddon, right? Speaking of the game, like Worms Armageddon. I have to buy Worms. Gotta go buy Worms. What a great N64 game. Yeah, how do I not own a fucking banjo, right, Flux? How do I not own a banjo?
$800. $1,000.
Because I was too freaking busy chasing after Worms Armageddon CIB. Paying $500 for this frickin' stinker instead of buying Mario 64. I tell you, man. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made, Flux.
Fair warning. $2,200.
VGA 85, though, here on Worms. Pushing its way up almost to $3,000. At least you have the November 9 auction to maybe get something? Yes. I agree with you 100%, Carl. I'm really looking forward to the 9th. Next Thursday, if you guys don't know, is the 6th Gen Showcase. So, like, if you didn't win anything at the signature, 6th Gen Showcase coming up on Thursday.
1,003, 1,000, 1,000.
Let's pool our money and jointly buy a Mario 64. We can store it at Heritage. Yeah.
$800.
Yes, the perfect play. We can just buy a Mario 64 and neither of us can enjoy it.
1,000.
Worms Armageddon goes up to 2,640 there in the end. Which, yeah, like Worms is still pushing the price of 8.5A plus Mario 64. Like, you know, Worms is keeping up too, but now that I'm later in my collecting and stuff, man, I'd way rather just own this than frickin' Worms. I don't own a factory sealed Worms. I just have CIB, but you know what I mean. Yoshi's Story 95. That's crazy. I remember negotiating with Rare Bucky for this, for a 95 Yoshi Story. Must have been 2014, maybe 2015. The price was $300 US. He wanted like 330. I wasn't willing to pay more than 300. Something like that. Like, I did not purchase a VGA 95 of this game over like 30, 40 bucks.
Fair warning.
Just something I remember. One of those things that stands out to me in my early negotiations. Because it was Rare Bucky and, yeah, VGA 95. Pushing its way up over $4,000 here. Yoshi's Story. You're buying more N64 now? It's too fun. No, get away from N64. Get away from that sup, yo. Stick to your NES boomer games. Leave N64 for the children.
$400.
It's one of the few consoles I can actually kind of afford still.
$3,600.
Game Boy Advance starting now.
$4,200.
Oops. Timestamp over here. 233. Some GBA here.
4,000.
Actually, there's only 2 GBA. This ends Nintendo. Damn, we are done here. 4,320 for Yoshi's Story. Zelda Minish Cap. Oh shit. 9.8A++. I think we're at the other comp, aren't we? What's the comp on this? $6 grand? We're looking for 6,600 right now on the Minish Cap.
Fair warning.
I don't know if it's getting it. It didn't get another bid. Closed at 6,000. 9.8A++. 6,600 is the last time it sold. And again, though, that's going all the way back to fucking February 2022. That's a golden auction. $6,600 there. There's a VGA 95, I think. No, just 90 pluses. Wow. This is the
Fair warning.
9.88 did peak out October 2021 for 8,400. 9.88 for 6,000 back in 2020. Minish cap here for $6,000. Pretty frickin' decent. Pretty frickin' decent. Ninja 5.0 there, VGA 95, 4,560. And that ends off Nintendo. We start off Sega here with Adam's Family 9.8 A++. Let me just make a timestamp here for Sega.
$1,100.
Pretty crazy Nintendo stuff there, I will say. Pretty crazy Nintendo stuff. We have 54 more games to go here. Sega, PS1, PS2, a lot of Genesis, of course.
Fair warning.
So we do have a bit of a Genesis block to get through. Then we have some TurboGrafx 16. We have one Sega Saturn game sitting there. We have some PS1 bangers. We have First Print Final Fantasy, 9.88 Gran Turismo, 95 Metal Gear. Coming up really late in the auction, there's also Marvel vs. Capcom 2, 9.88 So some really good stuff to go in the PlayStation and PlayStation 2. We just got to go through Sega Genesis here for the next, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes maybe. I think there's like 30-ish Sega Genesis games, so sit tight, grab yourself a drink, refresh, entering into the final leg of the auction here.
Next lot.
Adam's Family goes for $1,200. Alicia Dragoon, 9.68 there, $900. I feel like we've seen Alicia sell for more not long ago, didn't we? 9.6B plus, $1,100 in July. Wasn't there another copy? Fuck, we'll have to. Why am I not using Gamerstonks.com?
$750.
Tournament Golf here. Arnold Palmer, 9.8 A plus. Wow.
$850.
5 copies of this game have ever been graded. 9.8 A plus Arnold Palmer. Sports fans take note. We're over $1,000 on some Arnie Palmer here. That's crazy. I just want to check Alicia Dragoon quick, because it's going to bug me if I don't just check it. No, just one copy. Holy shit, we've never seen this game. There it is, sorry. 85 plus, 1,440. That's what it was. 3 weeks ago. 1,440 for an 85 plus. So 9.68 plus just went for 900. Arnie Palmer, $1,200. Arnie Palmer, $1,200. Here's Arrow Flash, 9.6A. Only 2 copies on the pop report. I was going to say, we saw this once before. I think it was a low-grade copy we saw before. I can't remember. I try to keep tabs on the Genesis stuff too, but obviously I'm more of a Nintendo guy myself. Obviously I'm more of a Nintendo guy. But I do try my best to keep up with the Genesis stuff here that takes place. Waiting for Genesis? Hopefully you guys can grab some stuff. Yeah, I know, Simon. I know. Barely any GBA this time around. A lot of the GBA, Simon, might have actually been pushed to the 6th Gen showcase. I haven't browsed that auction myself yet, but that's where you might be finding a lot of the GBA this time around. Just because they didn't go in the signature, they might have went to that auction. This is really fucking cheap for Atomic Runner here. Looking for 2,200, or looking for $200, sorry. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, like, I was about to hit bid. VGA 90 plus here on Atomic Runner. That was ridiculous. It almost closed at like $200. Looking for $500 now. At least that's like, you know, a little bit of money now. Now if it closes, I'm not like, yeah, okay, that's still it. It's crazy. About $480. Almost sold for $200. Arrow Flash, $720. Might be some deals on Genesis today. We'll see. Maybe everyone blew their load early. 9.8A on Battletoads. I don't think we've seen this for quite a while. Only 1 copy is graded higher out of 9 total. I don't think we've seen Battletoads on Genesis in quite a while. There's an N64 Paper Mario 9.6A plus on eBay for like $3,800. So why did one go for over 4K? The eBay crowd and the Heritage crowd, John Goodman, just like there's not overlap. So this auction right here is like a very premium, very expensive auction. So there are certain people who like only show up for these types of auctions. And those types of people might also not be people who like go browse eBay. If that makes sense.
$180.
Like if you're a high net worth individual, you just might not fuck around with eBay because you just don't care. So you just like show up to the auctions, you have some fun, you bid on some stuff. And there's also like the whole bidding trap, you know what I mean? You start bidding on something and suddenly you bid more than you wanted to. So, there's a few different reasons, but mostly it's just like some shit just sells really, really strong on Heritage. It's the beauty of having a high-end auction house, basically. Battletoads goes for $1,500 there. Biohazard Battle 9.8A.
Fair warning.
Whoops, I'm gonna just put this up.
Another
one you missed. Dragoon went cheap. Well, why aren't you bidding, Colt? What the heck? Look at these people spending thousands on a copy of Minish Cap when they could just emulate it for free. Yes, Skull. That is the real opinion we all need to have. You just emulate these games for free. Hashtag worthless. What's the hidden gemmy game in this pile? Is there anything super, super good here? Grindstormer is pretty freaking cool. Hellfire's pretty cool. Joe and Mac. Space Invaders 91. Streets of Rage is European there. Truxton is a 9.6A plus. That's pretty fucking cool. I don't think there's anything super heavy in Genesis here. I don't think so. Grindstormer is one of the biggest. It's funny it's sitting at $81 here, but Biohazard Battle went for $930. Here's Castlevania, the new generation. What is this? 9.8A factory sealed European version. Oh, this is Castlevania Bloodlines. Just the European version is called the new generation. This is actually really fucking cool. This is a neat item for a Castlevania collector here.
Fair warning.
The Atomic Runner was so low you walked away for a second to send a damn text. Yeah, it almost closed at like $200, man, for the Atomic Runner. You can't think for a second without missing a game? Yup. It's crazy, dude. Rich people don't want their info out there to resellers. Sure, here's my address, random. That's another thing. Yeah, there is a lot more privacy going through a auction house. I didn't even think of that, Supyo. That's a good point. That is a good point. I didn't even think about the privacy thing. That if you are high net worth, like, you can't really just go ahead and share your name, address, and stuff on eBay. 1,560 here for Castlevania, the new generation. Chase HQ, 9.8A. Chase HQ, so 2, sorry. This is probably the highest. There's 0 on the pop report. Oh, this is the only one on the pop report, apparently. Jesus. 9.8A here on Chase HQ Q2. I can't even say that.
Fair warning. 950.
Ren and Stimpy is super rare, and so is Crossfire. Yeah, I saw the Crossfire. For some reason, I thought we'd seen one before. Hamster. Yeah, it's kind of wild that Chase HQ is beating Alicia. I agree with you 100%. I know Chase HQ 2 is like kind of uncommon, you know, kind of liked as a CIB, but like, I don't know. Seems odd to me to see Chase HQ outselling Alicia.
$1,400.
Oh, the Crossfire is the same one, so I was right. Okay. That's why I didn't mention it when I was scrolling, because I was like, we've seen Crossfire before. But okay, it's the same copy.
$1,600.
Seller offered you a deal for that Paper Mario you completely forgot about. After all was said and done, you got it for $3,000. There we go.
Fair warning. $1,800.
Most of these high-end buyers just use P.O. boxes. Chase HQ here is pushing over $2,000 too, which is, yeah, this is wild. I agree. 9.8A only sealed copy on the pop report.
1,000.
Still going. Looking for 2,000. Looking for 2,400. Still going. It's gonna be one of the most expensive Genesis games here. So when you asked if there were any secret Genesis gems hanging out, holy shit, Chase HQ apparently.
Next lot.
Yeah, the coolest person I ever had buy from me on eBay, just on the topic of, like, you know, privacy, high net worth individuals, frickin' Jarvis Johnson bought from me in 2021. He bought 2 factory sealed Pokemon games. And yeah, he sent them to a P.O. box in LA, I believe. But you know, it's the point of, like, if you are anyone using a real account, yeah, you're going to be recognized, right? Like, I saw the Jarvis Johnson name, and I was like, oh, fuck, that's kind of neat.
$500. 600.
Chase HQ finally closes at 2,280. Crossfire is a 9.88 plus here. This is the only copy, pushing its way up to 1,000 here, looking for 960. Crossfire is, I mean, a lot of these Genesis games are going to be like pop 1 to 5 and like pretty uncommon. It just depends if you're like care about these deeper collecting Genesis games. Like Super Nintendo has a lot of games like this as well that are going to be like pop 1 to 10, and it's like, do you care about these ones? They're just deeper collecting games for the most part.
Fair warning.
Your typical Genesis person isn't going to know Crossfire exists.
$650.
$1,000 for Crossfire, though.
$750.
You've definitely experienced eBay transactions, both as a seller and a buyer, where the other person has recognized you. It's never gotten you a good deal, though. Skull!
Fair warning.
Once someone recognizes you, you just have to ask for that YouTuber discount. You have to ask for that celebrity discount. Oh, man, that's amazing. Thank you for the kind words. Can I get 20% off? That's the play, Skull. As soon as they recognize you, you have to ask for a handout. It's the YouTuber way. Handouts are that's our lifeblood.
Fair warning.
They think you're a lot richer than you are, so they push up the price instead. Isn't that the truth? People recognize you when you buy off eBay. Has it ever helped you get a deal, Carl? Evander Holyfield
Fair
Boxing here, 9.88 plus. Made in Japan.
Next lot.
Selling for $1,320 there for Evander Holyfield Boxing. That's cool. Here's Grindstormer, 9.28, what we were talking about. I'm just going to go ahead and help out the bidding here. For some reason, we're sitting at like $200. Just going to do y'all a solid here, and we'll get out of here a little bit quicker. But like, why is this sitting at $400? 9.28, is there something wrong with it? Why am I winning this? Where are the bidders for Grindstormer? This is up there with like one of the most expensive CIBs still, isn't it? Like, isn't Grindstormer still like $200, $300, $400 as a CIB? Yes, it has helped you get a deal. You buy off eBay, then created direct contact from there. Gotcha. Yeah, see, Skull? Carl is out there leveraging his good name to get himself some discounts. If Carl can go out there and get discounts, Skull, I'm telling you, man, you're missing out. You're missing out.
Fair warning. $500, $600.
Yeah, I know that exploded. Most of the carts for Grindstormer don't work anymore. I remember that from Nintendo Age days.
$700.
I remember that in the Nintendo Age days. People talking about Grindstormer carts and stuff. Carl's cool. You're cool, Skull.
$800.
I saw your latest video on Wada, man. That was awesome. Are you Skull, that guy who submitted a game to Wada in person? Oh man, that's so cool. That's how people react to you now, Skull. Grindstormer, slowly but surely here, did get pushed its way up to $1,000. This makes more sense.
$1,100.
This makes a lot more sense. It was a slow starter, but it did show some strength here. Looking for $1,320.
$1,200.
Someone go bury that Crossfire in a dump for 20 years and then it'll be worth 20x. Yeah, seriously. When does Heritage usually start posting the next signature? The next signature will take place what? February, March? What is it right now? November? 1 month, 2 months, 3 months?
1,000.
Probably take place in March, eh? Really early March? Yeah, I mean, maybe January you'll start seeing the next signature items, I think. I would say January you'll start seeing the next one.
Fair warning.
Timothy with the 3 there. Thank you for some lifeblood. I need that. That's what keeps this channel going, Tim. That $3 right there.
$240.
That's what keeps this channel going, baby. That's why we do this. That's why we do what we do. Grindstormer did get its way up to $2,000. I figured as much. I was bidding on it at freaking $360. That was crazy. It started so low there. Hellfire is really neat. 9.6A. One of 2 copies on the pop report.
$380.
Yeah, Hellfire is another cool one, for sure.
$400, $440, $400, $500, $500, $600, $600, $700.
Skull is everywhere. Skull is the dopest.
$800.
Here come your handouts, Skull. They're coming. They're coming. Time to save up for the next signature. Hopefully he'll have enough time by then. Hey, like I said, Dragon Root, I don't know if you collect more modern games, but 6th Gen Showcase is coming up on next Thursday. Going to be a lot of nice games in there, too. Hopefully everyone who spent their money at the signature doesn't show up for the 6th Gen Showcase. Then we can get ourselves some deals. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can open the Hellfire and it has a Musha Reg card. Yes. That's what I remember about this game too, Supyo. Being what? One of like 3 games published by Seismic on Sega Genesis? I think there's only Super Hydlide, Hellfire, and Musha, isn't it?
$440.
I think that's it for Seismic? 3 of them?
$480.
Does Super Hydlide even come with the Reg card? I don't know if it does. $1,000 though for factory sealed Hellfire. Here is Herzog's Way. 9.88 plus.
600, $650.
What's a VGA 85 equivalent to?
700.
It's a loaded question, Mickey Bones. That's a loaded question around here.
$850.
Anywhere from 8.5 to 9.6. Like, it depends what console you're looking at an 85 for. Anywhere from 8.5 to 9.8 with an A to an A++. There's a really wide range for 85.
$900.
Really wide range, and it depends what console you're buying an 85 for.
Fair warning.
Yeah, seriously, Genesis always has snail bidding. I agree with you 100%, Hamster. $1,000 for Herzog's Way as well. Joe and Mac, 9.68 plus. 0 copies graded higher numerically on the pop report out of just 3 total. Well, most of this Genesis stuff, though, I mean, actually all of it. 1 game, 2 games, 3 games. Only a few of them haven't crossed the $1,000 mark, though. Not doing too shabby here. Not doing too shabby here.
$600.
Hopefully the Genesis people are able to get some snags.
$750.
I don't know what you guys are looking for with Genesis. I haven't bought a factory sealed Genesis game since... I don't even know. I do not know. I think Golden Axe Sega Classics is the last Sega Genesis game I bought. And I bought it in like 2019 or something. Maybe 2020. I think that's the last one I bought. It graded a VGA 90. I paid like $60 for it. It's awesome. But I haven't touched Genesis since. 9.68 plus Joe and Mac for $900 here. Here's Ranger X, 9.8A. Highest graded copy on the June Pop Report. Ranger X might do a little bit here. No? I think people really like this game. Isn't it just like a good game? We'll see. Pushing its way up to, we're only looking for $600 here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong on Ranger X.
$650.
One lousy Saturn game in the auction? Yes. The Saturn game is kind of a beauty, isn't it, though? Marvel Superheroes, 9.88 plus there. Sega Saturn coming up. There's also a magazine here. Game Informer #1. This is what I was saying again with them separating out the magazines. I wonder if, like, the magazine paper people are going to realize this is sitting here in the Sega portion. Hopefully they do. It's sitting at $630 already. I have no idea how rare Game Informer #1 is, but 9.6 is probably the highest one that exists, I assume, but we'll see when it comes up. Ranger X went for $720. Ren and Stimpy. Stimpy's Invention. Looking for $1,800. Yeah, Hamster, I would say that's pretty darn good.
$320.
I would say $1,680, Hamster, is pretty darn good for Ren and Stimpy. I don't know if you were thinking it was like, you know, able to go higher than that, but I would say, yeah, that kind of popped. Ranger X, $720. Rocket Knight Adventures, 9.48 plus plus. Ranger X is cool, but not a marquee title. That would be its why then. That would be why then. Ranger X is like a tier or two below. Really? I thought Ranger X was held in higher regard.
Fair warning.
It's one of those games that like always, like I know it's not super expensive as a CIB or anything, but I thought it was one of those games that people actually like play. Gamers actually enjoy Ranger X is like how it is in my head. But Rocket Knight Adventures here, 9.48++. Rocket Knight never really sells for much, actually.
Fair warning.
Is Rocket Knight underpriced here? Like, I mean, I thought Rocket Knight was underpriced forever, Joe Kane. But, like, every time it sells, it just doesn't really sell for much. Like, the 9.8A plus fucking only brought 660. Isn't that kind of crazy? That was back in April of this year. I don't know. Looks like there's a variant on it. I don't know the variant. 12 versus 10-digit UPC? Does anyone know what the hell that means?
Next lot.
10-digit, 12-digit UPC? But, yeah, sold for 576. This is actually a good sale. Like, that's a good sale for 9.48++. It just doesn't sell for much. Really cool game, one that people enjoy, but not really valuable, which I guess is a good thing if you're someone who actually wants to buy one. Rolling Thunder 3 is a 9.8A+. First time at Heritage. Damn, this could do something. This could do something as a 9.8A+ here. We'll see. Yeah, Tyrannus. Do you know though if it, like if 10 versus 12 is early versus late? Like I know what it's referring to, I just don't know what it means. If that makes sense.
$2,000, $2,200.
You think that UPC code variant was something Wada found earlier this year? Like I assume the UPC has like a typo on it if it's 10 versus 12 or something, but
fair warning.
Rolling Thunder 2 went for $3,500 in the Genesis auction. Oh my gosh. Well, Rolling Thunder 3 here, Hamster, is exploding. This is, oh, 350, sorry, 350. Oh my god, that's crazy. This one here is pushing up to 3,500. Based on the price here, I thought, yeah, I was seeing the price on Rolling Thunder 3 here pushing over $3,000, and that's why I just assumed Rolling Thunder 2 was also quite valuable. Holy shit. So Rolling Thunder 3 there, 3,360. Whew. That is a biggin for Genesis there. Rolling Thunder 2 is an insane deal, that auction. Yeah, geez. Apparently, man. Wow. Rolling Thunder 3 is pretty darn expensive CIB as well, isn't it?
$600.
I think. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 there, that was a European version, 9.28 for $900. Sonic Spinball, 9.8A, clamshell early production. This could do something? Or is Spinball... We'll see here. We're looking for $840. 9.8A plus.
900.
Early print Spinball. We'll see. You wish you could have gone hard at that auction, but it was a bad time for you at the Genesis showcase. Just took a look at the 6th gen auction. Seems like a lot of stuff carried over from the signature, such as PSP Dev Kit, Halo Edition 360, and a ton of modern games. Really? They have more dev kits in the 6th gen. That's crazy.
Next lot.
Maybe you can buy yourself a second dev kit, Simon. Sonic Spinball, 1,920. Yeah, there we go. I was going to say 2,000 to 3,000 is what I was expecting out of it. Space Invaders 91. Was this at the Genesis showcase? Or did they never offer this before?
Fair warning.
I mean, they're saying they've never offered it before. This is the only copy on the June Pop Report. Really hard game. Even CIB, this game's pretty darn not common.
$40.
Yeah, any sealed Tato on Genesis is a unicorn. Okay, we've never seen this one before. I wonder what game I'm thinking of in my head. Space Invaders 91 here, though. Pretty cool to see. 9.68 plus. We'll see. Looking for $500 only. Still pretty low for how rare it is. Still pretty low for how rare it is.
$460.
There's a little bit of love. Looking for 550 on it now. Halo Xbox, not 360. Pretty cool to see another one. Yeah, that is cool. Jesus, I can't believe they got two back-to-back almost.
Warning.
So I wonder if the 6th gen is going to present some buying opportunities, Simon, if that's the case. Might be able to get yourself...
$140.
the Halo Xbox, if anyone's interested. I think it just sold for almost $10,000, or right at 10,000. I am confusing it with Ultimate Kicks. Yes, Hamster, I am. That's the game I'm comparing it to. Ultimate Kicks is the game I was thinking of. Yes. Space Invaders 91 ends at 528. Honestly, I think it's a deal. I know it's a niche game, and like, you know, Genesis only has so many collectors, but that just feels like a steal for Space Invaders 91. Star Trek: The Next Generation 9.68 plus. You have a Space Invaders 91 that's only been opened once? It's in for grading? Damn, that's going to be a high grade CIB if still. Still shrink wrapped. Wow, that's cool. That's going to be nice. Star Trek went for 312. Streets of Rage European 85 plus. Impossible to get a North American version. Nobody cared about the European one though. Jeez, $1,000, man.
$90.
No one cared. Exploded. No one cared. 85 plus European version. That's what I mean when I was talking earlier there, that like PAL versions of games are kind of just undervalued in general. Like,
$110.
I think it's a frickin' deal to be able to get a Streets of Rage for a, you know, $1,000.
$120.
But
$130.
Sword of Vermilion 9.0B.
$150.
The Halo Xbox is sitting at 1,000 right now. What's the grade on it, Simon? On the Halo Xbox, I think we saw an 85 sell yesterday, right? 85 Halo Xbox for 10,000. Does that sound right? Hopefully the whales are sleeping during the 6th gen. Exactly. Yeah, Space Invaders you probably won't see another. Same with Thunder Fox. Well, I mean that's I don't want to beat a dead drum or whatever. Beat the horse with a drum. But you know, a lot of Sega Genesis factories sealed. You just aren't gonna frickin' see them ever. Like Pop 1, Pop 2, Pop 3. Very common for Sega Genesis. So it's almost like it doesn't mean anything to even say like, oh, it's a Pop 1. Well, fuck, they all are, you know? Sword of Vermilion, $216. Here's Thunder Fox, 9.88 plus. It is pretty crazy that a lot of these Pop 1 games that pop up are 9.88 plus. Like, we're not seeing a dog shit Pop 1 here, you know? This is like tippy top grade, which is crazy. Pushing its way up to $1,000 very quickly here. 85 for the Xbox at the 6th gen. Let's go. That's cool. Yeah, I assume that's going to sell for a decent discount, Simon, versus what the Signature did.
$2,000.
If the Signature was 10,000, the 6th gen I'd say like might be 7-ish. That's what I would think.
Fair warning.
Yeah, we haven't got a pop report update in quite a while, Skull. We're like 4 or 5 months outdated now on that. That's a good point. We should get one of those soon.
$240.
Thunder Fox, 2,340 there. 9.88 plus Pop 1. 2,300. Yeah, Genesis is doing pretty decent, I think. Toki going ape spit. 85 plus here.
$20.
I think I felt this one should have been more expensive the last time it sold, because it just didn't do much. I'm pretty sure last time it sold, I said this should sell for more. And right now we're looking for $400, so. Thunder Fox is the kind of game that Bucky bids on.
$40.
How do you find this Sega stuff doing right now, Hamster? You're like one of the most dedicated Genesis guys that hangs out here, so. I trust your opinion for what you see. I think it looks pretty frickin' sturdy, pretty frickin' strong, but curious your opinion. Why is Toki so fucking cheap, man? $400? $400 for Toki? How? Why? Why is this game so cheap? It doesn't make any sense to me. Anyways, Toxic Crusaders, 9.68 plus here.
$60.
High grade on this beauty. High grade on Toxic Crusaders.
$550. $600.
Very high grade on Toxic. It'll be an interesting study to see how much the auction hype, or the auction type impacts the price. Halo had this huge collector base. Yes, I agree. It looks fine, some high, some low. Just going to happen with this Genesis. There's potential for huge variance because it's smaller community. Yes, agreed. I agree. That's kind of, yeah, like, you know, I think that Sega Monaco, not to bring it up again, like I'm genuinely not memeing on you, but I think that Sega Monaco sale really, like, speaks to the, how thin the Genesis market is. That even though, you know, we have these games that are like Pop 1, Pop 2, Pop 3, as soon as one of them sells, or as soon as someone exits the market, like, that can affect things a lot. $900 for Toxic Crusaders, 9.68 plus. Yeah, I thought there was another Toki recently. I'll check that out in a second there, Supyo. But yeah, $400, man. It's just crazy to me. Crazy that Toki gets no love. I don't know. Truxton, 9.68 plus. This should get some love here. Yeah, we're pushing our way up to $1,000 pretty quick. Truxton is a game that people actually like, and it's pretty uncommon. Yeah, one of the better shooters, sealed copies, second highest grade out of just 4. There we go, for Truxton. Truxton was another game where I sat down to test out Sega Genesis one day, and I ended up just playing Truxton for an hour. It was just like, it was just fun. It was just good. Good game. Good, fun game.
$950.
Monaco is a very rare game, but someone consigned like 4 of them, so this is what happens. Now they won't appear again for years. Exactly, exactly. That's exactly.
Fair warning.
Someone consigns multiple copies, and then we'll never see them again. And I think you were talking about it earlier, Hamster, with perceptual rarity, where like, oh my god, we just saw it 4 times in a row. Monaco is so common. I think fucking Buster Douglas on Genesis went through that too, right? Buster Douglas on Genesis had like, what, 8 or 9 copies consigned? FIFA on Sega Genesis had a whole bunch. Kobe Bryant on Sega Saturn. There's been a bunch of games like that where like the whole population of the game was sold over like a 10 to 14 week span. And then it's like, zoop, that's it. Like, that's it. We're not going to see it again.
$360.
That stall was like, what? You keep banging your head here from being cautious.
$180.
Okay, you got to go for a bit, ugh. Truxton sells for $1,560 there. Here's Valis 3, 9.68 plus renovation title. Very cool.
$440.
Buster Douglas was like VGA Pop 2. Then someone consigned 9 of them. Yes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of there. You have some Genesis beauties, some of the best display pieces. Yeah, I have barely any sealed Genesis. Barely any. Valis 3 there. Isn't Valis 3 an absolute snag at $500? Am I crazy? Isn't this cheap as fuck? Isn't a nice CIB like $150? $200? Or is Valis 3 not that expensive? Based on all the other Genesis we saw, like Valis 3 is as shitty as Toki.
Fair warning.
Is Valis 3 the Toki of the Valis series? Here's World of Illusion, Mickey Mouse 9.6A going for $1,320. That was a big steal on Valis. It feels like it. Just, you know, immediately that stood out to me. But Game Informer number 1 here, 9.6.
Fair warning.
This is...
$1,000.
I don't know. I'm looking for the pop data on it. There are 2 in 9.6, none higher. There's 2, none higher. So this is top pop for right now on this Game Informer number 1.
Next lot.
Didn't matter. Only got 1 live bid there. $1,680 for it.
$700.
I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know anything about this magazine. So $1,680 for Game Informer number 1, top pop, 9.6. Marvel Superheroes is a 9.8 A plus, highest graded copy on the pop report out of 7 total. Very cool. Sega Saturn, only Sega Saturn game in the auction. 9.8 A plus.
Fair warning.
Valis 3 is by far the best out of them. Yeah, it's funny you said that twice there, Hamster, and then it sold for like this is the best Valis game. Like, you have to get this, you have to play this. Like, great game right here. $500.
$420.
There was no amount of hype that would save that Valis game there.
$460.
And oddly enough, we have a little bit of TurboGrafx 16 coming up. What? TurboGrafx 16. Marvel Superheroes closes at $1,320. Starting off with Kadash, 85 plus. I'm pretty sure Kadash is very fun on Genesis, I believe. I'm pretty sure this is a really fun Genesis game, if I remember correctly. Yes. This is the game I'm thinking of.
$900.
This is another one where I sat down to test it and I ended up playing like an hour or more of Kadash. Fun game. 85 plus on this. And published by Working Designs on the TurboGrafx. I don't think it was published by Working Designs on Genesis. I don't think. But it's the only game where your character isn't moving in concrete. Love Kadash. Okay, yeah, Kadash is a cool game for sure. Regarding Rocket Knight variants, it's a minor print change. You're glad Wada thinks they discovered something hardcore Mega Gen collectors have been aware of for a few years. Sega Steve, do you know then if 10 or 12 came first? That's how they're differentiating it, 10-digit versus 12-digit. But I don't know what would be earlier or, you know, what it really means. 85 plus Kadash there going for $1,200. That's cool. Disney's Tailspin. Without, is there like what? Is there no Disney? Disney's Tailspin. Yeah, fuck, it doesn't look very Disney. VGA 90 on this one. Completely different cover art compared to what the NES got. VGA 90 Tailspin here.
Fair warning.
You bought the Kadash hamster. You've given up on ever finding one on the Genesis. That's hilarious. Yeah, Kadash is a really cool game. You wish the best Pokemon games only went for $500? Yeah, you're about 7 years too late, unfortunately, Skull. That's the worst part is like, you know, go back 5 to 10 years ago. Pokemon games were $500.
$120.
That is the worst part of it. Just too damn late to the party, man. Too damn late to the party. Here's Dragon Spirit, 90 plus uncirculated Canadian version. Canadian version? Ew, yuck, Canada. 90 plus of this game here, pushing its way up over $300. Genesis is for the older crowd, nostalgic games, nostalgic gems, but not for the wider market unless it's a Sonic, etc. Yeah, I just feel like the overall consumer base, collector base is just smaller for Sega. For Genesis specifically. I mean, Genesis has the biggest Sega collector base, but you know what I mean. Just much less people in general.
$300.
The Tailspin goes for $504. Dragon Spirit, $312. Here is Fighting Street, VGA 90. The first and only home console port of Capcom's original seminal Street Fighter arcade game.
$1,100.
Fighting Street. VGA 90. And it's over $1,000 too. People are bidding here on Fighting Street. Getting some love. Interesting auction today. That Tiny Toons kind of popped off. The Tiny Toons on NES, I believe you're talking about, Treehouse. 9.8 A plus for what? 2,800 maybe? If I remember correctly. Fuck, that was like 3 hours ago if that's the one you're talking about. This is your Splatterhouse coming up. Someone bid on it so you feel better about Kadash. 9.2 A plus there on Splatterhouse. We'll see how it goes here.
Next lot.
Fighting Street goes for $1,680. Splatterhouse should get some love. Splatterhouse is really freaking cool on TurboGrafx 16. The first home console game with a parental advisory warning. This is the only console port it got, isn't it? Splatterhouse? I think TurboGrafx is all it got. Looking for $1,000 here, 9.2 A plus. Yes, the Tiny Toons on NES. Yes, it kind of did pop off. I agree. The problem is there's some big whales in Genesis, so stuff can go high. We're the elitist D-bags of the collecting community. Offset the Kadash. 2 more bids. $1,000. 1 more bid. Well, probably 2 more bids. And you get that Kadash for free.
$1,100.
1 or 2 more bids here. Looking for $1,320. Pay for Kadash. Come on, Splatterhouse.
Fair warning.
You're so close.
Next lot.
Still probably a little bit out of pocket on the Kadash, but that's damn close there. $1,200 to the Splatterhouse. Very, very cool game. Very, very cool game.
$190.
Thanks for the stream, Greg. You're a bit trigger shy today, but your wife made you buy the Super Mario 8.5 at least. Going to bed night all. Take care, KSI. Cool pickup on the Mario 8.5A plus. Do you mean the Mario 64 8.5A plus?
$340.
I think you mean? That's where my head went anyway. Yeah, that's why I figured you needed one or two more bids there to offset, but here's Metal Slug on the, what the fuck is this? Neo Geo Pocket Color. Remember yesterday during the console auction, we had the actual Neo Geo Pocket Color console, which I think went for like $1,600 if I remember correctly. So here is our only game for the console offered. Have they ever even offered Neo Geo Pocket before at Heritage?
Next
Metal Slug there closes at $444. And finally, 3 hours and 14 minutes into the auction, we find ourselves at PS1. Welcome to PlayStation, everybody. Mario 64, yeah, cool pickup, man. Cool pickup. Like I said, it's a game I need to buy eventually, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll get one eventually. Take care, dude. Have a good night. Final Fantasy VII Realistic Violence First Print 9.8A starts us off, and we are pushing over $5,000 here on Final Fantasy VII. Quickly, over $5,000. 9.8A. Realistic Violence First Print. I think this is pretty decent already, if I'm not mistaken. Pushing up to $6,000 now. Pushing up to $6,600 now. Yeah, Skull, place a bid, dude. Place a bid. This would go awesome with your PS5 copy. We're looking for $6,600, Skull. Don't sleep. Don't sleep now. What's the most rare print? I think the rarest print, Treehouse, is actually the third print corrected. Like, Black Label corrected version, I think, is the rarest print. But the most desirable is the first print. And the most, like, known about copy is the misprint. So, yeah, third print is rarest, but, like, it's not really the most desirable.
Fair warning.
Because here's first print selling for frickin' $6,600.
$1,400.
Yeah, greatest. If you want to count those misprints, Skull, I would agree with you. I agree. The greatest hits misprint would probably be technically the rarest, but I mean, if you want to count that as an official variant or not,
fair warning.
I don't know, right? $6,600 for Final Fantasy VII, though, to pop off PlayStation is a pretty fucking good start. Gran Turismo 1 is a 9.8A plus here, selling for $1,800. I've always hated the cover of Gran Turismo 1. Like, I hate the cover art.
Fair warning.
This is Metal Gear Solid here, VGA 95, but I always look at this, and it reminds me of something from Reboot. Like, you know when Reboot does those weird 3D, like, internet graphics? I always thought of that when I look at this. It looks like a weird 3D Reboot type of car. I understand it's like a sheet over a vehicle, but it looks fucking dumb. I had to get that out of my system. Here's Metal Gear Solid VGA 95. Looks like a dead body. Well, you just upped the ante on that. That went from 0 to 100. Looks like a dead body. Jesus Christ. Metal Gear Solid 95, 3,120. I think that's down a little bit, actually. In my head, these are selling for 5,000 or have been selling for around $5,000. Metal Gear Solid 9.8A plus here. You always thought the car was a bad-looking mountain? Yeah, like, it just doesn't look good at all. Such a weird thing for, like, you know, it grew up to be one of the biggest racing franchises in the world. And, like, that's the cover of their first game. Wild. 9.8A plus goes for $1,920. Here's Road Rash. Jewel case version, 9.0A plus.
$850.
Only copy of the jewel case version on the Pop Report for Road Rash, actually. I don't know if Road Rash jewel case is like held up as one of those rarer variants. But if it's only Pop 1, it's probably not frickin' common.
Fair warning. $1,100.
But It's getting over $1,000 here on it. I do want to check out the comps on Final Fantasy though. I actually think it's been a while since we've seen a realistic violence first print. And I feel like the price it sold for was pretty freaking decent. Whoops, no, that's not what I want.
$1,300.
9.8A plus last sold April 2023. So yeah, it has been. I mean, we saw one in May, 9.6A for 2,800. 9.8A plus for 6,300. Yeah, so there you go. 9.8A today. Final Fantasy VII. The 9.8A just outsold the last 9.8A plus we saw at auction in April. Golden had a huge sale, 9.8A plus for 13,200, but that's kind of an outlier right there. Back in November, 9.8A, 5,200. So, yeah, pretty fucking decent sale for Final Fantasy VII today. Dare I say? Dare I say? Road Rash Jewel Case 1,560 into Silent Hill 9.6A plus. Sorry, 9.6A plus foil cover early production. Pretty freaking good copy of Silent Hill coming up. Is there anything happening with this franchise? I think the last thing I heard was about Silent Hills. Is that still a thing that's going to happen? Does Silent Hill have a new game on the horizon? Is it still dormant? What's happening with Silent Hill? You imagine you didn't go further on that 9.6A plus Final Fantasy VII that sold like a week ago or a year ago in a weekly? 9.6. This one right here for 5,000? That would be back. That would almost be a year ago. That would be November. This copy right here. I'm glad you're still here, Carl, just to see the frickin' gun show. I always just have to do little stretches to let you guys know. A well-placed stretch so that you guys don't forget. Feeling a little bit tired here. Let him know. Let him know. I think Mr. Olympia's this weekend, actually. On the topic of that. Pretty sure Mr. Olympia's this weekend. I've been getting some stuff on TikTok. Silent Hill 9.6A plus goes for $3,840. I think that's solid as well on Silent Hill. Suikoden 2 9.8A plus for $1,560.
$950.
Silent Hill actually has 4 or 5 new titles and a movie coming. Silent Hill 2 remake. Right, the Silent Hill 2 remake. Right.
Fair warning.
Very excited for that, actually. That's something I actually want to play as the Silent Hill 2 remake. That'll be awesome.
$1,000.
That will be awesome. 9.8A plus 1,560 on Suikoden 2. Siphon Filter 9.8A. Is this UPC punched? No, this is an actual retail copy of original Siphon Filter 3.
Fair warning.
American flag version. No UPC punch. 9.8A on this. Almost all of these are UPC punched. It was recalled very early after it was finalized, so that's why it didn't like get out there. So almost all the copies that survived were ones that were sent out to like individual reviewers and stuff. None that actually went to stores for distribution.
Fair warning. Next lot.
Just got a CIB of this foil cover for well under average. Sniped it on Halloween night while at a party. Yes, Keithington. That's what I like to hear. The absolute D-gen behavior. At a Halloween party and you're still frickin' on your phone getting some eBay wins. That's like the obsessive gambler. When you're at the family party and you're like paying attention to the over-under on a basketball game. That's my kind of guy right there. That's my kind of guy. No, the Siphon Filter, not the Silent Hill, sup, yo. The Siphon Filter, unless that's what you meant to type. But the Siphon Filter is what I was talking about. Sold for $1,440 there. Tales of Destiny is a 9.6A.
$750.
You were the underbidder on that 9.6A plus. Probably the best place to pounce on a 9.6A plus or better. Yeah. Yep. I think I had an offer of $9,000 on my VGA 80 Final Fantasy VII second print. Back when the copy sold for 144,000. I could have sold my VGA 80 second print for $9,000 and I didn't. Speaking about, I know yesterday I think you said you got an Unreal offer on your Madden or something and you didn't accept. Sometimes, man, you just don't take it. Yeah, the siphon filter, no UPC punch. That's what I was saying, man. Rare as fuck to find them without the UPC punch. 1,440 there. So rare you didn't see it. I was greedy. I was a greedy guy, sup yo. I was a greedy Greg. Greed got the best of me. I wanted like 12,000 or something stupid. But I should have just frickin' sold. Tales of Destiny 9.6A there for 840. And to Tales of Destiny 2 9.8A plus. Look at the last sentence of the Tales of Destiny description. What? The slab says 1997, but the US version was released in 98. $40. Yeah. I saw this on a different game as well, Tim. There was something else. There was something else that had that. I can't remember what game, though. $60. Yoshi's Story, was it? Paper Mario? One of those, I think. But Tales of Destiny 2 here, 9.8A plus. Is Tales of Destiny and Tales of Destiny 2, are these like still some of the most expensive CIB PlayStation games? Or have these cooled off in years? I remember these used to be like right up there on the PlayStation lists of like most expensive games. Tales of Destiny and Tales of Destiny 2, like both top 10 expensive titles. Tales of Destiny 2 selling for $500. That tells me that this might not be that expensive anymore. Holy shit, that seems like a deal. Tales of Destiny went for $840. $540 for Tales of Destiny 2 9.8A plus? Seems crazy low. Here's Tomba, 9.8A. Oh my god, wow, 9.8A plus plus. Tomba, out here. Beautiful copy, jeez. Over $1,000 quickly here. We'll see where this one goes.
$1,200.
People love their frickin' Tomba. I have heard of the Super Comboy, yes, but that's it. Like, I just know it exists, but I know nothing about it. Like, I've never, you know what I mean? But I know the Super Comboy exists. Why do you mention it, Kevin? Kind of odd to mention the Super Comboy.
Fair warning.
Remember someone offered big on DK Jr. and he didn't take it? Yes. That's going to be my next story, sup, yo. That's going to be my next story. Tomba goes for 1,440. Here's Valkyrie Profile, another one of like the top PlayStation 1 games. 9.6A plus plus. This one usually sells pretty darn big, factory sealed too.
Fair warning.
Oh, there we go. Getting a little bit more bids here. I thought it was going to close at 1,300. Looking for 1,440 now. Someone used their cut bid, so we'll see. We'll see if another bid gets tossed. I think this was the consigner of this one was in one of the Facebook groups. I remember them talking about it. I don't know who it is now, though. But 1,324 at 9.6A plus plus. Hopefully that is hopefully that makes them happy. Vandal Hearts 9.8A plus. This was always a game that I like in my head. This game is way more expensive than it is. This is 9.8A plus. Nicest out of just 2 graded copies that Heritage has offered. 10 on the pop report. Like even CIB, like I always think of Vandal Hearts as just like I always got Vandal Hearts and Valkyrie Profile. In my head, these were always the same game, and I could never remember which one was the expensive one. A Valkyrie Profile is the expensive one. If you don't know. Vandal Hearts here is pushing for $400. 9.8A plus. And a lot of these big, like, notorious PS1 RPGs, I just haven't played. Like, I've played a decent amount of RPGs in my day, but, like, you know, PlayStation has so frickin' many good ones. Same with Super Nintendo that I just missed. Just completely missed out on them. And maybe you guys will disagree, but it is frickin' hard to go back and play RPGs just because of how much time it takes. You know, like if you're going to sit down to play like Valkyrie Profile, this game might be 70 hours long. I can't do that. I
Next
can't
lot.
commit to that. I have commitment issues as I get older. Vandal Hearts goes for 930. Here's Xenogears, 9.8 A plus. Speaking about perceptual rarity there and like how often we see games, Xenogears shows up a lot more than it should, I think. Like, I don't think Xenogears is actually super common in 9.8 A plus. But holy shit, man, we see one every like 1 to 2 months. Kind of crazy. Xenogears pushing its way past $1,000, very easy here. Over 1,500, very easy. I think these almost always sell for like $2,000. I think that's where these kind of sit. Like I said, we've probably seen 5, 6, or 7 of them now at Heritage. It's kind of weird, but
Next lot.
sells for $1,560 this time around. Here's an absolute gem hiding at the end of the auction. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, 9.8 A plus.
Fair warning.
Okay, there we go. There's the bidding quick and furious. I was debating hitting the bid button at $1,000. Jeez. 9.8 A plus on this. 16 on the pop report. Super, super, super cool. I own a version for Xbox, actually. I think I bought it off frickin' Wafflefoot. I bought an 85 plus for the Xbox, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I had to have a copy. Great frickin' fighting game. You were about to cut bid on the Marvel? Yes, Elysium. When it was sitting at $1,000, man, it just felt like a good price.
Fair warning.
Just felt like a good price.
Next lot.
Got a little bit of love there. Pushed its way up to 1,680. If you look at the comps on this, though, like, that is very low. I think all of the comps on this are pretty wild. So to get yourself a 9.8 A plus for 1,600, I mean, here's fucking Barbie controller skins that just sold for more. These Barbie controller skins, 2023 from a Barbie movie Microsoft sweepstakes, just outsold Marvel vs. Capcom 2. What are you supposed to do, hey? What are you supposed to do? Barbie the movie controller skins. I believe it's controller skins. I don't even think it's controllers in there. I think it's just skins. I tell you, man. Crazy world. Crazy world. Hey, there's my game again. Hey, there's good old Athena for $5,000. Let's go, Greg. Let's go. So nothing changes at the top of the auction, of course. I don't even know if we had anything crack $10,000 today. Oh, the market's back, baby. Like, go find anything you can, Joe. Go find anything you can. The market is back. Start buying. Buy now. Buy now. I don't think did anything crack 10,000 in today's session? I can't even remember. I don't think anything did. Which isn't like, you know, that's to be expected. There shouldn't be any $10,000 items in session 2. No, I don't see anything. So, I can't filter towards this session only. So, I can't do a breakdown on that. The Zelda you won might have gone the highest, $6,000. You actually might be right. Note the baseball was yesterday. The matte sticker first production baseball for 13? 12? Where the hell is that? Baseball 8.0. Yeah, 13.2. This was yesterday. 8.0 B+. So, yeah, Gino, this auction was wild, dude. This auction was wild. It was a lively one. At the other side of the auction, though, there is only one game that can take home the prize of worst game in the entire auction. Somehow, some way, someone slid a 9.0 B Sword of Vermilion into the signature, and it brought in $200. Somehow, some way, Sword of Vermilion found its way into the signature. What was the auction total there? I think 1.85 million on the auction, hey? Man. I don't know, it felt good. It felt good. It felt like a very lively, strong bidding auction overall. That's my take. I'll probably make a recap video this week just talking about it, showing off some of the big sales. I'll have to make some TikToks, you know, hyping up the $120,000 for an NES console. Whoa! I'll have to make some big TikTok reacts. You know, there's good stuff here. Good stuff. I got a good week of content coming up. I'm going to be busy talking about this one, so we'll see how that goes. To be honest, this seems like a realistic market. Yeah, like this, I kind of think so. I mean, you can make arguments everywhere still, like, oh, these items might be underpriced or overpriced, some stuff exploding, relative rarities and stuff, but overall, it's not fucking insane. It's not insane. And stuff didn't just plummet, so that was nice to see. But, yeah. We'll make a recap video, we'll talk about it. We'll do stuff like that. It's fun. It's fun. Hopefully it is a sign of some stability with the market. Hopefully it's a sign of stability. Fuck, a lot of you guys came out too for day 2. I appreciate you guys. You can see when SEGA starts here, everyone leaves. This is SEGA on the... Oh, you guys can't see it. My face is in the way. Let me turn off the camera for a second. There, you can see it over here on the right-hand side of the screen. This is where Nintendo ends and SEGA begins. So, you know, a very clear drop-off there, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I appreciate you guys coming out. Super fun weekend. Makes it much, much, much more fun having you guys come and watch the auctions too. So, thanks for all the donations, hanging out. We're back on Tuesday, of course. Thursday, 6th Gen Showcase. Oh, I'm like out of breath. I don't know how people live stream 8 hours daily. Like, there are people who live stream 8 hours every fucking day doing like this, right? Like yelling, being excitable. How? I don't get it. I'm exhausted. This was two days. I streamed for like 7.5 hours over 2 days. I'm exhausted, man. It doesn't even make sense to me. You know, people think live streamers have it easy. Man. Maybe if you're like a big gamer live streamer, it's not so bad. But if you're someone who like you are the entertainment, oh my gosh. It is freaking exhausting. Do I think it's worth it to buy N64 CIB at once or buy the game and then the box manual later? It just depends if you can get a good price, Kevin. If you can get, like, I've pieced together a lot of games, but usually it's not, hey, Nintendo gal, welcome. welcome. Hope all is well. If you can get good deals on the individual pieces or, you know what I mean? It fully can be worth it, Kevin. I've pieced together a lot of stuff, so it can absolutely be worth it. You need to go pretend to be a parent now. You have a sick kid, your poor wife, but she understands. She's the best. Yeah, I'm sure my girlfriend's going to be happy that I'm done screaming in here too. So on that note, you guys, have a good rest of your weekend. NFL Sunday tomorrow. Let's go Jets, am I right? I will talk to you guys on Tuesday. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord already. Link in the description. Have a good night, everybody.